Happy holidays from the Suzette Speak Show. We have a juicy topic for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, we know there some things are very certain about these holidays. That's one, stress, which is what I've been feeling, buying all these gifts with money we don't have or that we're borrowing for the future. Cooking is another big one for me. I just had one of the best family sing-alongs and games nights, of which I contributed some good food. I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. But the other thing that comes as a result of all this wonderful time together, going to these holiday parties, chilling with family and friends, if you're lucky enough to have it, is that we are going to put on some weight. And today's show is dedicated to how to shed those holiday pounds. If you were with me, if you know what it's like when you are at these parties, and they're offering all this, first of all, alcohol. Hello, I'm not the only person that drank a little sorrel yesterday. My auntie made a nice sorrel. I had a nice ginger beer. My father made a good, what was it, pineapple ginger drink. A lot of sweet drinks, y'all. And I did sample most of it, as well as some wine, some Riesling, and some others. So alcohol alone is going to be a big factor in why we're putting on weight, guys, at this time of year. Not only that, if you enjoy cuisine, and I'm talking about island cuisine, y'all, when it comes to the Jamaican black cake, anybody had some this season already? I've also had beautiful Jamaican breakfast this morning with the family. I had my ackee and my saltfish. I had my kalaloo, my dumpling. I had like 5 starches. Okay, let's just start there. My daddy did it up. We had a family get together breakfast, Christmas Eve, y'all, special. And I'm telling you, I had the greens, the kalaloo, I had the ackee, but I did have the fried dumpling. I did have the breadfruit, and I did have a piece of hardo bread. I know my guests will not be proud of my starch selection, but y'all, it's the holidays. What am I gonna do? Tell them no? So yes, I will be having probably a protein shake for lunch so I can make up for what we're gonna do at dinner time. But if you're like me, you may struggle with how to balance all this good food during the holiday season. But we're going to talk about it today with my expert. Actually, one of them can't make it. Shout out to Kirk Anderson. But I have an amazing YouTuber. You've seen her on this show already. Her name is Nutrition Lawyer. She is going to be handling this very timely topic of how to shed the holiday pounds. If you're like me, we still got New Year's to go, and we still got a bunch of events or family gatherings to attend. We're going to have Christmas dinner. Some people have Christmas breakfast. Some people have what we call Boxing Day in Jamaica. The day after Christmas is another social time. And for the diaspora in general, we spend a lot of time socializing around food. You offer this, you offered cake, you offer cookie, all of this wonderful, delicious yet, I could say, satisfying. Nutrition lawyer, would you be okay with me saying satisfying? Yes, very satisfying, but sometimes fattening, and it throws us off our balance. So I hope you're not going to beat up yourself. This is called Open Mic, Shedding the Holiday Pounds with Suzette Speaks. If you're watching on Facebook, wagwan, welcome. On Saturdays, this is a Christmas Eve special. On Saturdays, we are simulcasting on Jamaicans.com. On the Facebook page. If you're on the Facebook side, I'm a YouTuber. I'm from Miami, born in Jamaica, raised here in South Florida, and enjoying the fruits of this kind of melting pot of culture we have down here. Again, if you have any Cuban friends, you've enjoyed pastelitos, listen, I can give you the list of what people have brought me and what I have been eating that I normally don't eat. My poor stomach is wondering what the heck is going on right now. We had lots of like olives and cheese dips and all kinds of cookies and cakes have been brought to my office. And I'm like, thank you for more. And I'm really nervous about what to do with it. So half of it I'm going to share and then try to give to family and maybe donate it. But what do you do around the holidays when you have all of this pressure on you and you know you've been trying to diet? If you watch my show, you know I've been trying to stick to it, y'all. But all of a sudden, here comes temptation. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring up Nutrition Lawyer in just a second. Check out her channel, y'all. She is a fabulous content creator. She has wonderful tips on what to do when it comes to intermittent fasting. She has lost weight doing it herself. She has learned how to eat for her body type. controlling her appetite and other things. She does a once, I'm going to let her tell it, but once a month fast at the beginning of every month. I was wondering if she's going to try to do that January 1st, because I can't really join right there, Nutrition Lawyer. I got stuff to eat until then. But again, welcome. It's the Suzette Speaks Show Holiday Edition. I'm in a great mood, y'all. I wanted to spread some joy and cheer for those watching. Hit the like button, put in the chat where you're watching from. If you're on Facebook, Wagwan, you can always come over to YouTube and check me out. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel so you know when I'm live. YouTube is where it's at. Just look up Suzette Speaks and you'll find me right there on YouTube. And then I also had an amazing group of supporters, members only supporters called Patreon. And big up my sister, Miss AKA Lady, was my guest this past Sunday. We didn't really advertise it. We just kind of held it within our close circle here of supporters and friends. And she and I talked about how to handle holiday stressors, what happens when family dynamics are a little bit more complicated. People are pulling on us from every single direction. That was an amazing show. It was a 2-hour show, not on YouTube, exclusive only to Patreon. Go to patreon.com, Suzette Speaks, for more on that. So we do that on my channel. I have a lot of people that I have to thank. This has been a beautiful year. All of the supporters who have been watching me, all of those who have supported financially in this space. I'm just grateful. If you want to support and show some love, here's the Cash App. Thank you so much to everybody who knows that we content creators, yes, we do it for the love, but we try to do it also so that we can be a sustainable business. So I hope everyone enjoys the content we're going to share with you today. Hope you guys are excited about the topic. It's called Shedding the Holiday Pounds with my special guest, Nutrition Lawyer. And I'm going to say hello to a few of my people and let me know what you're eating. Let me know what you haven't been eating. Let me know what you're trying to do in terms of maintaining your health and your weight, if you can. It's a tempting time. We don't want to judge anybody. Hey, Sandy B. Law, coming from another Miami lawyer to my sister-in-law. Sandy B has a wonderful channel also here on YouTube. I thank you, Sandy, for watching, and I appreciate you. Hit the like button, y'all. Big up Miss Sandy B. She says, happy holidays, everyone, bringing you greetings from this lady Esquire. Oh my goodness, Seek Amethyst, how are you? She says, Bees, the lioness of videography. Great to see you, sis. I'm super excited. Thank you, Doug, for being here. Doug is in the chat, one of my fantastic supporters and moderators, always on top of everything. He was like, I think, first today. Shout out to Doug. He's dropping her channel. Go ahead and subscribe as well if you want good tips on healthy eating, healthy cooking, how to manage that blood sugar, and get yourself mentally prepared for the new year. We're trying our best, guys, to give you useful information. And today, again, we're going to have some fun, but we're also going to talk about how to manage that weight gain, that holiday pounds. I don't know if you've already suffered from it. I stopped. I used to track, well, I was tracking all what I eat in my fitness app, my Fitness Pal. You guys know that app? My Fitness Pal is where you can kind of document what you're eating. But y'all, oh my goodness, I don't even want to tell you. I had to stop recording. It tells you how many pounds you should eat every day. And I started to go over the calories, how much calories you should eat every day. And I started to go over. Nutritional, you look beautiful, darling. I thought to myself, whoa, if I put this in the app gonna know my real life. What's going on? No Fitness Pal for me. None during the holidays. I'll start back. Y'all don't beat me up. I'll start back. Don't judge. I'll start back after the new year. I'm going to have to say hello to a few more people and I'm going to bring her up. Let's go. I see you. Thank you again, Doug, for being here. Seek Amethyst says, I want some more jerk chicken and rice. Listen, my cousin, big up my family. All my cousins who were in town. That's why I've been crazy. I have cousins. This is like the first Christmas. Obviously, pandemic changed up the game, but this is like the first Christmas. Almost all my first cousins are in town. Yo, I get goosebumps. I mean, we have spread far and wide. Chicago came down. Atlanta came down. Houston came down. New York came down. Charlotte came down. Philly all my cousins who have moved to other cities are in town. So can you imagine? We did a sing-along last night. It was supposed to be hot cocoa and caroling, and a games night. We didn't get to the games, y'all. We got together, and it was probably about maybe 40 of us, kids, and everybody has to gather and see one another. We have been separated by time and distance and COVID, right? So we started singing our old Christmas hymns. We started singing like, hang on the mistletoe. My uncle plays an amazing piano, and he pull out his electric piano so it can put beats to it. And we had little microphones, and it was like karaoke Christmas, guys. I finally felt like I was in the Christmas spirit. We had Jamaican style cocoa, the cocoa that you cook on the stove top. If you know what I'm talking about, put something in the chat. I'm not talking about what they call it, Nestle. I'm talking about real boiled cocoa on the stove top where you have to scoop it out, and it got a layer of fat on top. Oh my goodness, I had real cocoa last night. We had, again, lots. First of all, one of my cousins who was making the chicken, because we said was going to buy chicken, she was like, no, I'll make it. The barbecue chicken came out good. The drumettes. But when I got there and I was a part of the setup crew, smoke was filling the house, y'all. The house, I was like, cuz, what are you doing? Are you watching the stove or are we watching the oven? Woman said, smoke. People came in, was like, everything okay? I smell fire. I'm like, no, we're fine. We ended up opening the windows, opening the back door. It was cold for the first night ever in South Florida. We had 55-degree weather last night. That's cold for Miami, okay? We had it all, we were like, what is going on? We cleared out the smoke out the house. Actually, her chicken came out very good. But like I said, we had cheesecake, muffin, sugar loaves, pound cake. People brought all kinds of stuff to share, and we were amazed by like just the fellowship and camaraderie. And we are a singing family, y'all. We can barely sing, some of us. I can hold a little tune, nutrition lawyer, but we were singing and just enjoying one another. We hadn't seen each other, several of us, for so long. So it was so good to have some family time. Big up everybody watching. Let me know what you've been doing for the holidays. He says, I tell my family no all the time. Doug is like not having it. He adds my fitness goals over my family feelings because I'm not eating their unhealthy food. Doug with the discipline. I'm smiling and I'm chewing. I don't even eat cheese, and I'm eating cheese and crackers last night. I don't even eat dip, and I'm eating dip with chips last night. I was like, girl, I'm eating chips. I don't eat chips, but nope, I was having it because it was. Yes, I'm trying to switch up this is my little Christmas hair. Was getting it done while working, all kinds of stuff. It was just a crazy evening yesterday. My evening was not my own, but I had to finish up some things in the evening, but I had to get the hair done. I had to stop at the store. I had to get this. I had to get, like, it was a nonstop. I slept well last night, but nonetheless, I'm excited to see you. Oh, really? You're in Texas on vacation? Oh, good for you. See, Amethyst is out in the Midwest. Is that no Dirty South? I was excited. Yes, I'm on Roland Martin every Wednesday, you guys. I got a gig, if you will, Roland Martin as a commentator on his network on a show called The Culture with Faraji Muhammad every Wednesday from 3 to 5. Look on my community tab on YouTube and you'll see it. Actually, the shows are doing very well. 8,000-9,000 views a show. And big up everybody watching who came from over on Roland Martin. Marcia Higgs says, oh, yes, the eating is going to have us. Even if I eat poorly, I still do my best. Yo, I had the best exercise. I had the best workout yesterday. My trainer almost, I was like, oh, this is the Christmas exercise. Is this to make sure we are good to go? But I didn't say much. I was sweating profusely because I knew what I was going to eat the evening. Let me see. Doug says, I'm behind on my schedule of fitness goals. I want to reach my target weight to get fit for a tailored suit. So I'm not messing around for 23. Okay, Doug, you will do it. I believe in you. Yes, the food is so much in this time of year. Yes, Seek Amethyst. I always feel temptation. Was it 12 degrees in Virginia? I tried to carry on my daily calisthenics routine. It was too cold, so I had to pass. But I'm going to the gym in a few. You better than me. Outside in 12-degree weather. Oh, that's probably what I'm so glad all my cousins, almost all of them made it in. Some of the Houston people got delayed last night. They didn't make it to the sing-along and hot cocoa. But yeah, it was a crazy. If you traveled yesterday in the United States, this massive snow bomb across this country that is even making Miami, we're going to get in the 40s. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. So shout out to everybody who has made it to their destination. If you're watching from an airport, I'm sorry that your flight got probably canceled or delayed. This is what we're doing now. But shout out to everybody. I hope you have safe travels. Yes, Roland Martin I will be on his channel. He's almost at 1 million subscribers, and it's a pleasure to be over there every Wednesday from 3 to 5. Thank you, Doug. Check out my YouTube page if you're watching on Facebook. All right, without further ado, good morning, the world class. I'm like, oh my God, you are, listen, when you get that new hairdo, I'm looking like nutrition lawyer around here. I put a little darker color in it. You got to keep them on their toes, nutrition lawyer. We got to switch it up. It's the holidays. Let's go. I'm so excited to have her back. She's a fantastic YouTube and content creator. 11 degrees in Maryland. Y'all can keep that. Okay, so live. Well, I don't know where she is. I'm in Miami. I'm going to find out how cold it is where she is. Without further ado, help me welcome my sister helping us to shed the holiday pounds. None other than YouTuber and lady lawyer like myself, Miss Nutrition Lawyer. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing, sis? Good to see you. I can't hear you. No, say it again.
Can you hear me okay?
Now I can. Now I can. Good to have you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Holiday.
All of that. So where are you coming from? You're in the Northeast, right?
Yes, I'm typically in Boston, but I'm in Jamaica right now.
Oh, Jesus. Lord God. She left the cold, smart woman. So she is in Jamaica. She left the snow bomb, the weather that apparently is tearing up the country. 5 degrees here, 7 degrees there, below zero. I think my cousin Atlanta told me she was at 5 degrees. And I was like, girl, you're not catching no flight. Y'all might have to drive to 12 hours come down because it's crazy. So you are enjoying. Can I ask you which part of Jamaica you're broadcasting from? Kingston, Jamaica in the building. So what is the temperature there about?
What'd you say?
What about how hot is it?
Right now it's probably 80 degrees.
So Miami is about 55. So I was feeling lucky, but she is coming to us live from Kingston, Jamaica at 80 degrees Fahrenheit and enjoying life, girl. I'm so happy you're here today. Glad to have you back. How have you been?
I've been great.
Fantastic. How's the YouTube channel? I'll have you introduce yourself. In case there are new people watching, tell us what you do and on the YouTube space.
So hi, everybody. I am nutrition lawyer. I'm an attorney and I study nutrition and I practice nutrition and health and wellness. So I started on YouTube in September and did that for a couple of months. And then I took a break. I went to Mexico for my birthday and traveling. And so I'm just getting back on YouTube again, but definitely check out the channel. We're about fasting, ketogenic diet, healthy living, happiness, and wellness.
Fantastic. So happy to have her back. She did a fantastic show, had me really contemplating my life when it came to eating and fasting and how I was going to balance the workout I was starting to do and just get better in terms of my fitness overall, my diet, as well as fitness. As we know, as we get older, it's like 80% diet, even though we like to focus on the fitness. But she has an amazing channel. You guys check her out, Nutrition Lawyer. You see her name there. And you can check out some of the videos. She did some really great videos for us to watch. Now, I'm going to read a couple. Listen, 11 degrees in Maryland, 12 degrees is very rare for Virginia. 5 degrees, yes, facts about ATL. Yeah, they were like, so we are freezing. So well into the American South, there is this a massive, I think they're calling it winter snow bomb or something like this. Basically like almost like a tropical storm, like what we would have with wind and rain, but with snow. So it's taking over all of the United States. This is probably the first time in a long time it has been I think your video may have gone out. There you go, Nutrition Lawyer. But yes, I think it is something that we probably haven't seen, they said, in 40 years. Marcia Higgs says, yes, I was kind of scared looking at the weather for the rest of the country, 5 degrees, 4 degrees, all of these things, to which I'm thinking, wow, this is going to make it difficult to travel. Some people not really going to get to see each other by the time it's Christmas. But snow also, cold also makes us eat. And when we can't go out, we got a fridge. And oftentimes, I don't know about anybody else, but when you're bored, you can find a way to find something to do by going into the kitchen over and over and over again. Yes, Marcia, you said, but we'll keep going. Yes, I hear you. The holidays can be a rough time when it comes to weight gain. And I want to be positive. Don't worry, you're not the only one, right? Everybody has their struggle. Yes, thank you. Everybody's saying they seen the Roland Martin. I appreciate it. Easy Gospel. How have you been, brother? I'm glad you are here. Says, I don't mean to sidetrack, but saw you on Roland Martin last night. I was so proud. Thank you. Thank you so much. We moving. I'm on Roland Martin's network every Wednesday, 3 to 5. I appreciate the support. All right, let's talk weight loss though. Good morning, Harrison family values. I think he's also either in Maryland, I think. How's the weather there, brother? I know Nutrition Lawyer is in Jamaica. That's the one. She's enjoying the 80-degree weather. Well, I'm barely at 55 in Miami, but it's going to be a white Christmas for many of us. Okay, so we got some comments here. Leave your questions about weight, about shedding the Christmas pounds, gaining the discipline if you can. We are going to talk about what you could do if it's already gone bad, if it hasn't gone bad yet. If you're trying to make your plans for Christmas dinner, what to do, some strategies. And then afterwards, if you need to work on yourself, we're going to help you today. All right. I'm going to read this comment from Maxine. Maxine says, at my lowest weight today since my nutrition journey in September with nutrition. Shout out to Maxine. Maxine says she's at her lowest. Yes, I'm also healthier. So she's been following Nutrition Lawyer and gotten some great advice as to how to not only maintain but lose weight. This is huge. All right. Tuning in from Boston, yay, and hosting family for Christmas Eve. Listen, when everybody comes into town, all of a sudden you become the host, right? I didn't plan on hosting anything, but shopping yesterday, bringing items to everyone. It's okay because it's the holidays. I was like, the joy of it is the giving, right? It's better to give than to receive, right? So that was my attitude yesterday while I was tired and running up and down trying to get everybody what they needed. But we had some family fun yesterday. And I'm grateful, Maxine, for you letting us know how important and impactful Nutrition Lawyer's channel has been already for you. Let me see. She added, I am not holding back from some of the Jamaican good food, though. Maxine, you sound like me. For the holidays. Then I will get back on track. This is the key. When we tend to fall off the bandwagon, Nutrition Lawyer, I'm gonna get you involved. Let's see. What would you say to Maxine's comment? What are your thoughts on this?
I'm perfectly fine with having your holiday food and then getting back on track and doing some fasting to get back to your size that you want to be. So you just got to be careful. Don't over carb yourself. Don't
like I did this morning.
Don't go crazy.
The carbs are the staple, especially for us who are in the Jamaican diaspora, of the food, the soul food, if you will. So even as I looked at my plate this morning, I was like, yo, half my plate is carbs right now. I was a little embarrassed.
What kind of carbs? Is it more plant-based carbs that you're having, or is it processed carbs? Because processed carbs has no nutrition value.
Yes. So let's break down some of these like terms. So we may know it because we've been watching Nutrition Lawyer for a while. Marcia adds, okay, I started following my Nutrition Lawyer in September. And my double sis.
Fantastic.
Sis, I need to know the secret. But you're like, yes. Listen, if y'all saw some of the little bellies, good thing you can't see my belly on this thing because it's not terrible, but it's there. And I'm here to testify. It's going down though. I also have felt like more muscle development. I can feel like my abs is underneath there. They just waiting to peep out.
There you go.
And say, we're here, Sue. We're here to support you. Oh, that's fantastic. So both Maxine, Marcia are enjoying her channel. Thank you, Doug. It's in the chat. Go check out and please subscribe to Nutrition Lawyer. We're just talking the holidays, what we're doing, what we're eating, and how not to go overboard when it comes to putting on these holiday pounds. So maybe not now, Nutrition Lawyer. Hey, Wonderful 34 saying what's up on the YouTube side. Big up yourself, brother. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for watching. So before you became Nutrition Lawyer, let's go there because I think right now you probably have the best self-control when it comes to the holidays. But before you kind of really got serious about your health journey a few years ago, what was your holiday like when it came to what you ate or how much you indulge? What was that before you had your transformation?
Well, I'm Jamaican. So
That part, right?
so of course you're going to have rice and peas, right? You got mac and cheese, you know, the yam and banana. I mean, you're gonna have the staples, right? That's just normal in our culture. So that's what I ate. I mean, I ate what we cook,
What
right?
normally we would have, yeah.
I mean, but I was a vegetarian, so I would only eat fish. But so I've been a vegetarian since I was 18. So
Oh.
that hasn't changed. But in terms of carbs, yeah, I mean, I piled them on and I got
That was normal. Like everybody smiling while we just eating up all the carbs. Like it wasn't nobody really held anyone accountable because this is again culture. And we have to be, I think, very careful across the Black diaspora with what we have as customary dishes. Just because grandma made it, great grandma made it, and it's been passed down. Obviously, we know some of those came to be a part of our culture because again, when we came to the West, brought to the West, stolen to the West, however you want to put it, there was this kind of new diet, some elements that were introduced that were fattening or leftover parts of meats and extra laden with lard. And really, when we were more agrarian and held in bondage, let me just put it that way. Agrarian sounds like I'm sugarcoating, but point I'm making is we burnt it. But now with the sedentary switch of modern day society, how we eat really impacts what we end up, doing as far as weight gain. Looking back, some of those foods, although cultural, need to be more, which I say, few and far between, as opposed to like every day, which is what we're used to. Let's read the chat. Great Bill, podcast in the building. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that to you, sir. Says less carbs, more cardios, and those as will pop. Why are you calling me out, my brother? I am trying my best. I'm trying, I switched from certain kind of bread. Hardo bread is a Jamaican bread that's like a very floury. Then I went to wheat bread. Now I'm in organics. Now I'm trying to take the bread
just
out.
cut
But
out, period. Just cut bread out, period. Unless you bake your bread from good unprocessed processed wheat or flour, just skip the bread.
sis, that's the willpower. See, this is what he calling me out. Thank you, Great Pill. Mind over matter. I like a toast. I bought the 70-calorie toast. I like a toast.
I've taught folks on my channel how to make a mug bread, right? A
Oh,
mug
their own
bread,
bread? Really?
a minute or 3 minutes total. You can still put it in the toaster. It still tastes yummy. So you can do that with coconut flour or almond flour.
Okay, see, I missed that episode. I'm gonna need to go over and watch the nutrition lawyer tell you how to make. I would do that. It's again, certain people, I don't know what your weaknesses were before your fitness and your lifestyle, I should say, transformation. But again, everyone, has their weaknesses. Some people is candy. I'm not a big sweets person. Like I brought one of my cousins from Atlanta had sent down a care package with like some Christmas chocolates and gummy bears and stuff. It was a hit with the kids last night, but it's not something where I'm like, oh, I need gummy bears. I need these kind of things. Some people, it is the sweets though that really draw them,
All
the cupcakes and the.
right. So yes, so you're not addicted to the sweets, which is a lot of sugar, but you're addicted to carbs, which is a lot of sugar anyways.
You're right. It's the same sugar to the body.
It
Is that
hits
right?
the body, it's sugar anyways. It's too much gluten.
It made me feel good that I was at least not.
It's that
You're like, it's the same thing, sis. Even though you think you're doing better because you're not eating the cupcakes and the cake, bread to the body is really like the same substance. You are absolutely right, though. You are absolutely right. So in my head, I probably have to do the bread, get away from the bread for the new year. First of all, bread is so expensive. So maybe that would actually be a good thing
in general is bad for us. So
in terms of your body.
if you think about it as from a health perspective and what's best for your best self, wheat has been highly processed and it's really contains a lot of toxins.
Yeah.
So you say, well, I'm just eating my bread and I'm good, but
It's
you're
not good for me. All right,
You're not.
that's a big change. If I could get that out my diet, I think I might have some abs.
And really, let's also talk about, it's not just about weight, although the show is about losing pounds. Pounds also relate to the diseases that we get, right? So
That's
so
very,
that's why we have skinny athlete that has cancer or diabetes. Too
yeah.
many carbs, too much sugar. So you may have a good metabolism, so you're thin, but you're still unhealthy.
That's very true. That's very true. Oh, Kirk, I just saw your thing. Came down with you're sick. Kirk D. Anderson, I see you, baby. I thought you were gonna be here as well. He at last minute doesn't feel well. So shout out to the trainer extraordinaire. I'm sorry, I just read it. Nutrition lawyer. Also, please check on Instagram for me. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, Kirk. I'm just seeing your message. My bad, sir. Thank you. So yeah, so we're talking with nutrition lawyer, and we are also talking just life because no matter where you are, I had actually a good friend that told me food is like nothing else when it comes to bad habits having impact and even addiction up to that point because everybody has to eat. So it's this like self-control, but you still have to eat and put something in your body every day, every couple hours, depending on, or like you, parts of the
Unnecessary.
day. So sorry, I forgot. She is not a every 2.5, 3 hour woman. She's like, what you talking about, Sue? Let's get that straight. So I'm gonna talk about your philosophy. Let me read a few more from the chat. Great Pill says, cut the carbs out. Ayana B, yes, this is the sentiment I felt. She said, I'm Jamaican. That's enough said. Pretty much when it comes to the diet. Bread is my thing. Yes, I did my 70-calorie bread. I felt like at least one slice is only 70 calories. I felt good. But Ayana says no, not that's not a lie. Bake your coconut flour bread. I'm gonna
Yes,
try this.
yes, yes, yes.
What if I could break bread, y'all? What if I could break your own coconut? Now, this might be a game changer for me. I need to go watch your channel and get this because that might be a game changer. Cause again, island, I grew up on the bread, the bread is a part of me. Some people it's rice, and that's the same thing. It all turns to sugar in your body. Doesn't matter, even if it doesn't taste quote unquote sweet, it all turns to sugar in your body. Oh wow. Let me see. Doug says we sometimes believe some health issues are genetically inherited, and sometimes it's not genetics, and instead it's inherited eating habits. Great point.
All right,
That is
all right.
causing the same. So mama had diabetes, you had diabetes, and you're like, well, they run in my family. No, the bad eating or the unhealthy, I shouldn't say bad, let's not judge it. The unhealthy eating is what we've actually inherited. And sometimes we are not even aware. And I'm big. This has been a kind of a reflection in my I don't want to call it meditation time, my prayer time, my reflection, quiet time, is how culture has impacted me. Because I think there's a lot of things that people are walking around doing that are cultural, like habits we've developed in our small, ethnic or subgroups or societal groups that don't serve us, but we just keep doing it. This is my theme. I don't know what the Holy Ghost trying to tell me, but a lot of what I've been hearing in my spirit has to do with culture and cultural impact. God is bigger than culture, but we have this layer on us sometimes that are determining what we do, what we think, how we operate in a not healthy way. So I'm trying to look at the cultural patterns that don't serve us. Very good observation. Thank you. Yes, get well to coach. I'm gonna put his business out there. He wouldn't mind me saying, but he would have been here, y'all. But I was so excited to have both. I was gonna do a tag team, but she's here. Nutrition lawyer is holding it down and letting us know what we need to be thinking about. The mindset is the most important thing. So Maxine adds, I've been on the borderline for diabetes for years. I've heard this a lot. Some people have told me they're on like pre-diabetic, I think is the terminology they're giving this. Last month, I had a checkup and I am no longer on the borderline. Big up yourself, Maxine. That's huge. That shows you how powerful food can be, right? I think it's a saying, I don't know who to attribute to, let your food be your medicine and your medicine your food. Like it's a very,
Food
very,
is
it
food is
is
medicine.
it is medicine. You're right, sis. I like, thank you, Maxine. That's wonderful to know, and hopefully it encourages somebody. Doug says, that's great, Maxine. Seek
Awesome.
Emerson says, congrats. Woo. She says lots of my family members are diabetic, and that's what's interesting because it can be technically the food-based induced diabetes as opposed to quote genetic. So that's something that we really have to look at. This is true, Doug. They say you are what you eat. This is very true. So with that being said, nutrition lawyer, what are some, let's maybe give us maybe a couple tips or where we can start thinking about doing differently after the holidays, let's say, or after we've gone when we gone through the office parties. And like, if I get invited to one more Christmas party, I'm not going. Because even if you say you're just going to pop in and out, one glass of wine or one, hors d'oeuvre that is deep fried, or that what I'm saying, is encrusted with that same what should I say, wheat flour that has no nutritional value. No matter what you do, you're going to end up picking out. Even last night, cousins came over. Oh, I'm not hungry. Oh, yes, you are. You're gonna eat these chips. You're gonna eat this. You're gonna eat all this other stuff just because it's there. So, what do you think are some of the strategies, or where would we begin when it comes to how to deal with the aftermath?
The aftermath. Ooh.
Like on you, what do you teach? Go ahead.
The aftermath for sure is going to be a detox. You are going to do a fast to get rid of that toxin that's in your body, because really and truly you consumed a bunch of toxins. That's what you need to do. Really and truly you consumed a lot of toxins. All that sugar is not good for us. So you've consumed a lot of toxins. The first thing to do is just do a 36-hour fast.
So when we say, like, okay, so let's put this in perspective, because a lot of people have not heard, I guess, this type of perspective when it comes to actual food. So you're like, how could it be toxic? Americans, we eat a high carb diet, chips, potato chips, fries, bread, potatoes, like rice. Those are staples of the American diet. So meat and potatoes, right, is the way we think. Not everybody, obviously, people have different dietary approaches, but for the vast majority of people living in the States, we're eating a lot of meat. We're eating, consuming a lot of what you call processed carbs. Define processed carbs for me before we kind of go on, versus what you call vegetable-based carbs.
So processed carbs have gone through a change. Chemicals processed in a factory, right? So it's the difference between a potato and a potato chip. Right. The potato is the natural carb, and the processed carb is the potato chips. And the potato chips has all kinds of chemicals in it to make it the way it is, right? All those preservatives. So you're ingesting toxins in your body.
Baby, I had a lot of toxins last night. I'm just going to say right now. Because I don't buy chips. I don't buy, like, just to keep my mind right. Now, obviously, I buy bread, but to keep my mind, what things I can try to handle. I even brought chips that I had bought over to my social gatherings so that I could share them, and like, okay, you guys here, use this. And I bought a dip to go with them, because I don't want them in my house. I have to really just be like, okay, don't buy it. Don't put it in the house. And I guess I have to get to that point when it comes to my other kind of guilty pleasures. So when you're referring to food, you're talking about the preservatives it takes to keep it on the shelf for long periods of time. And I put it like this, nutrition lawyer, when I talk about it, I think of it like this. When God made a tree, and again, welcome anybody just trying to hit the like button. We're talking about shedding the holiday pounds. We're getting a little bit real. Again, we're stepping on our own toes. Maybe me. Now, she's not stepping on no toes, but I'm stepping on my own, because I've been guilty already all week. You leave work, and then there's a thing. Then there's a go-to.
We've all been guilty of it. Guilty of it.
So in my heart, I'm really like, okay, God, I know I'm going to pass this. I even asked my trainer. He weighs everybody once a week. So I was like, you're not going to weigh this week, right? Because it's the holiday. He looked at me. He's like, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. You're going to weigh. I was like, oh my gosh. So I noticed though Friday he didn't weigh everybody. I was like, oh, he listening to me, because who go weigh?
But so do you weigh yourself otherwise?
When I know he's going to weigh me, I weigh myself.
No, I weigh myself every morning. So I know if I ate, for example, yesterday, I had 2 ripe June plums. Mm-hmm. And I felt that the June plum was going to make me gain probably a pound. Maybe.
June plum?
So, yeah, because it's ripe and it's sugar.
Extra sweet. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's the sugar. So I made sure I weighed myself just so I can track. right?
Mm.
That you know what types of foods affect your body in a certain way. There's nothing wrong with doing that so that
That's
you know.
discipline. Yeah.
And also how you feel mentally. Do you feel foggy? Do you feel clear? Do you feel energetic? Or do you feel like, whoa,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if you like blah, that means it probably is not good for you,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
No, those are some great telltale signs. I think sometimes when I think there's a term now called mindless eating. I've heard that term used when it comes to just putting things in our body without the awareness of what she just mentioned. How
Yes.
does it make me feel? Am I more tired? Does my stomach hurt? Do I get more gas? Is there ways it makes me feel different from when I eat other things? And your body often tells you what agrees or disagrees with you, but we're not
Absolutely.
listening. Sometimes, again, just because it's served, like last night, you just eat it, and I don't even think, but the flavor's so good. And you taste the little chips on the little dip, and the truffle dip was so nice. The tzatziki dip last night was so nice. These are things I wouldn't normally have, but again, they're there. So you have the cheese, and you have the this, and you're eating things that I'm like, I don't even
But you
eat.
don't have to have everything that's there,
I
right?
know, but nutrition learning, that's not everybody not built like that. Sometimes it looks so pretty on the plate, and
You can
everybody, did you try this?
have some things, but you don't have to have everything.
I know. I trust me. I wish I had that level of discipline. I'm telling on myself, y'all. But this is listen. I'm not the only one that can feel the pain of what did I just eat? I'm full now, but what did I just eat? Like I was like, did I just eat anything that was worth, like you say, any nutritional value, or did I just fill myself up with this, expensive, olive and feta and whatever tray they have and all this other stuff? And
Olive though, and it's actually good for
well,
you.
praise God, I had olive feta, artichoke dip, no artichoke, like artichoke.
Artichoke dip is
So
fantastic.
okay, well I didn't do too bad. I had a few good things last night because I was like, oh, I love olives. Olives. There was a time I didn't even care for olives, but olives have come back to me now. So
I'm
I
an
have my olives. I have my that was one of the best little platters. I was like, oh, that is so yummy. But yeah, let's read the chat for those who may be able to relate, maybe not. Yes, let me see. So what did she learn? She said she learned from Kirk, who is not with us. I learned from Coach to go for a walk after eating. That's
wonderful.
smart. That's very smart. A lot of times we stay sedentary. We sit down as soon as we finish a meal. I sometimes lay down. I'm like, because sometimes the best sleep you get, nutrition lawyers, when you're full. And so I know that's terrible because your body's like,
No. For sure, don't go to bed full.
yeah.
No.
A couple times. I've done
Hours
that.
before you go to bed, you should stop eating 3 hours before. At least 3 hours before.
So at least tip number 3 or whatever we are, at least 3 hours before bed, stop eating. So that I think again is a bad habit, especially in Western culture. We're eating later and later at night. If you get off work like me, 6 p.m. or later, or you are sometimes hungry later in the evening. So you might, as soon as you get home, eat something, but then you feel peckish around 9 or
Even
something.
if you're peckish or hungry, just drink some tea. Drink some water. Go to bed.
Let me drink water, mind my business. I'm like, it's easy for you to say, who's gonna drink some tea, baby? I'm gonna go back in that fridge and get some food.
Yeah, your body doesn't control you. So when you've trained your body will not get hungry at 9 o'clock.
So
But you haven't trained your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You telling your body, I'm not hungry right now. I'm gonna drink this water and go lay down.
I'm gonna feed you. Yeah. And the body just adjusts and knows and doesn't get hungry at 9 or 10 o'clock.
So the discipline from your mind to your physical, ignoring that first urge, I guess, to be like, oh my gosh, okay, what am I eating? And I'll pick up maybe like a grapefruit, oranges. I like to eat those late, but maybe it's not a good thing because there's sugar. Yeah. Just saying it out loud now, I'm like, ooh, I love a grapefruit. Because I'm like, the vitamin C is great for me. Yeah. So earlier in the day, probably for those two. But that's usually, I'm not gonna let my late night snack. These are why I keep getting the weigh-ins I get with the go.
Vitamin C from other things too. Just remember that. Like there people say, they'll say, I love bananas because of the potassium, the ripe banana because of the potassium, right? Great potassium. But you know what has more potassium? Avocados, pear.
Oh,
Much more,
yes.
much more
Yes.
healthier.
And no sugar that like I have cut
No.
bananas out of my diet. That's one thing I have done.
Oh my gosh, that's
One
fantastic.
win, coach. One win, nutrition lawyer. One win, one win. Because I realized I'm like the sugar level in a modern day banana, terrible for you. Terrible
And
for
it's
you.
a lot of carbs, a lot of carbs.
Yes. So one thing I have learned, I'm like, okay, I can't put bananas in my smoothie. I switched it and put avocado. And
Yay!
yes, little win for
Such
me.
good health fat. Helps you lose weight too, avocados.
Yes, I eat avocado almost every day now.
And it's
So
so,
yeah,
yeah.
that's one thing that has the mindset change finally took place with that. I eat avocado, a little piece, a little slice almost every day. And if I need it in my smoothie to thicken it up instead of a banana, I'll put it there. But the new smoothie I bought is actually really thick on its own. It's a protein shake. Not 120 calories, but 22 grams of protein, something like this. But it's thicker. So I don't even have to put avocado in there if I don't need it. But I'm getting tips from Nutrition Lawyer. She's a YouTuber, happens to also be a lady lawyer, and likes to talk about other stuff than law, like me. So she is passionate about her journey to better health, and she has a channel that helps people. Thank you, Doug, so much again for dropping it in the chat. Y'all check out her channel. I'm going to learn how to make coconut bread. I'm a report back. Give me a little time though. After the holidays. Because I just brought a loaf of bread yesterday. So once that bread is finished, 2 weeks, my bread lasts me 2 weeks. I eat one slice a day. But once that bread done, I'm going to look at the coconut. I can't.
You're hilarious.
Listen, some people are cold turkey. I'm not a cold turkey woman.
A lot of us are like that. We're like, okay, I got to finish everything in my cupboard before I go on this diet.
You're like, just take it. I could probably take it back, but I ain't gonna take it back. I'm like, because I already know the hard old bread I had today. I already know, like, it's the battle of even just the time of year for me. But some people, if you're listening and you can get rid of this and go look at her channel and get that other what you say, coconut flour bread recipe, very interesting. I can't wait to go check it out. Let's see what the chat is saying. Let me see. Marcia says exercise is not my thing. So after morning prayer, I get right into Patty LaBelle's new attitude. Okay, old school. Okay. By the time I'm done getting ready for work, I feel like I went to the gym. We keep moving.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
think this is a big thing when it comes to what type of fitness you do. I think a lot of people feel like you have to be killing yourself to work out. And just walking, my coach will tell me, oh, I made this many steps a day. And I was like, what are you doing? I mean, he's just walking back and forth in the gym while we're all working out. He's walking, he's walking, he's walking. And so it does not have to be this intense, even though I love a circuit training. I love to sweat. And I know, baby, I'm the battle ropes. And like, I love that intensity. I don't, it maybe comes from being, high school athlete, whatever, but I love the competition with my body. Like, I like that. But everybody don't got to do that. Everybody does not have to do this intense go to a gym and circuit train. So beautiful observation. What would you say to Marcia for doing her dance routine while she gets ready?
I think it's fantastic. Congratulations on doing that. I'm a dancing queen. So I love dancing in the mornings as well to my music while I'm getting ready. And it's fantastic. It's great exercise.
Oh, that's so cool.
Wonderful exercise. I remember like in college, I would dance every weekend. We'd go to the clubs and we'd work out. I never went to the gym, and I always look fabulous because I was always
no dancing, especially to Jamaican music.
Exactly.
That waist gonna work. That waist gonna work. It is a. I went to get my hair done. This lady had this beautiful floor length mirror, and I was like, babe, if I had that mirror in my house, I would dance in front of it every day because you could see your body so clear. It was like those heavy wood oak kind of frame. I was like, how much you pay for this mirror? That's what I was thinking. But I was thinking I could do so many good routines and choreograph.
Keep moving.
So just keep moving. Absolutely is the name of the game. You do not have to do these super intense kind of workout. It's more about the eating, guys, and that's what I'm learning.
8%
Absolutely. Oh, we have a question from Seek Amethyst. She asks, any other alternatives for individuals that can't fast because of the intense? Okay, So you burn a lot of calories probably on your job, intense job duty. So moving a lot, moving a lot. I can visualize several jobs like this. What would you say, or how would you what would you advise that she consider when it?
Start with 36-hour fast. You can do it. Everybody can fast because this is how we've evolved. Like, this is our evolution. This is fasting is totally natural and normal. So
So maybe on a day off, maybe. Um,
do a fast even while working tough
she's like,
hours.
she's like, I know you can do it. Don't worry about none of that. Just fast. I'm like, maybe you could do it on your day off when you're, less, intense in terms of your type of movements.
You will be surprised once you actually start fasting how much energy you get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So start though, and initially you'll feel weak and whatnot, but once your body gets in gear, you will be perfectly energized.
Yes. Yeah. Don't call me out. The Great Bills podcast is talking about nutrition lawyer. You see, she keeps skipping the sugar part. Hey, Babu. Well, no, I'm meaning me talking about. Oh no, Merry Christmas to you too. This is a holiday fun, easy breezy show today. Talking about do's and don'ts and how to shed the holiday pounds. Are you here from Bangladesh? No way. Merry Christmas, all the way from Bangladesh. Great to have you, brother. I love it. International audience always just makes me smile. Shout out to everybody watching on Jamaicans.com on the Facebook page and everybody watching on the Suzette Speaks YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed on the YouTube side to either me or Nutrition Lawyer, I keep pointing this way, Nutrition Lawyer, do so, Babu. Come over to YouTube and look us up. Look us up. Our names are there. Just look us up, Suzette Speaks and Nutrition Lawyer. And on YouTube, you can become our subscriber. I really appreciate that. Wow. So this is interesting. Marcia agrees. I could not fast to save my life. I'm already thinking about how mad I'm going to be. I'm a hangry person. When I'm hungry, I have to like temper myself because I get snappy and I'm like, okay, calm down. You're just hungry. Why are you feeling the short? Most of the time it's like your belly wants some food. So I always walk. Now I walk with like a protein bar in my purse. Sometimes, you think you can make it from point A to point B, traffic, people, whatever. And you're just not in, on your next destination in time. So I find like some people I know even make, an effort to carry, I haven't gotten to this level, like boiled eggs or something like that with them. I knew a girl who carried like sweet potato in her purse. Like I was like, what is that for? She's like, oh, it's my snack. I was like, oh, okay. But a lot of people maybe have take umbrage with this. What are your thoughts?
So every time we eat, we spike insulin, right? Which gives us insulin resistance. We can't lose weight. We get diabetes. So the less you eat, the better. Right? The less often. So it's better to eat, say, 2 meals a day, 2 big meals a day where you're satiated and happy. You don't need to snack if you're eating good food. You need to snack, Suzette, because you're not eating stuff that's filling you for hours.
Right.
So your stomach then is hungry and like, oh, I got to feed it a protein bar.
No. You're like, Sue, you're doing everything in your life wrong. No, I get it. I'll be the guinea.
I'm saying.
I'm like.
You have to eat often. It's because you're not eating the right food that's filling you up. Because once I eat, for example, I have my breakfast at noon, right? I'm not hungry until like maybe 5 o'clock.
And what's your breakfast? Tell us what you're eating again.
3 eggs and some cabbage or some callaloo or spinach, some kind of vegetable. So
the whole egg, not just the egg white, like the whole egg?
Egg white is a myth. You miss all these types of nutrients that's in the yolk. So eat the whole egg.
Okay. So 3 eggs, full eggs.
3 full eggs. So I'll saute my cabbage spices and all that, and I'll just put the eggs on the cabbage, and it's fantastic. Ooh. Or I can do it separate.
Okay. So I probably need to open my protein that way. Because I'm an egg white person. I'll eat the yolk every now and then.
Oh, I was told, we were all told that we're supposed to have egg white. So I used
it's like, cholesterol, and then you miss all the vitamins and stuff is in the yolk.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. Listen, guys. I'm not the only one. Marcia says, "Listen, you lady lawyers are phenomenal. Thank you. Thanks for the positive
Thank
vibes in all things. I appreciate you being here, Marcia, and thank you so much for that encouraging word. Yes, Seek Amethyst says, "I can't let the cornbread go."
you.
All of us have a vice, and clearly mine would be a slice of toast. So
You
I like my egg scrambled with a slice of toast. I like that,
you
and a little avocado.
Suzette. We've
I
all
know.
been,
I know.
and this for
Yeah.
the cornbread from
Yeah.
you
See,
programmed. You've been programmed. So if you program, you'll be all right.
no, but that's what I talk about when I mean when I was referring to when I mean culture. Culture
Yes,
has programmed us to believe we need these things. So I
absolutely.
listen. The way I work out, I should be fine. It's definitely the food. so So
It's
hopefully I get this under control here in 2023. Doug shares, I'm trying to master not eating late for over a decade. It's tough. When I do eat, I will eat protein and fats instead of the
oh
grapefruit and oranges. Okay, makes sense. But yeah,
yeah.
all of us have a challenge. It's hard. Your mind is trying to tell you one thing to do. Your body is screaming, "I'm gonna feed me, feed me, feed me." And I just remember, actually, when I went to a church one time, I remember a lady talking to her stomach, like she was like, "Tummy, stop it. It's not time to eat yet." Like I was like, "Oh,
So
okay."
so that's great. So one of the things that folks should know is that in our stomach we have all these organisms and parasites, right? And the parasites want you to eat those carbs because the parasites grow from those carbs, right?
Mm,
Right? So
that's good. I'm like, you
your
got enough
cell
perspective. But yeah.
parasites. So just think about that sometimes when before you consume something. Is that those organisms want to keep growing and take over your body.
So
That's
you
all.
you saying I basically should throw away the piece of cheesecake I brought?
No, I'm not saying throw away your cheesecake. No, 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 not at all. Not at all. But just be mindful
Yes.
of when you're eating, why you're craving certain things. Because we
Oh
have,
yes. If you
yeah,
think it's your body needing it, no. And I get what you're saying. Yep. Yep. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. 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 Yep.
especially if it has no nutritional value, your body doesn't need it and your body's not craving it. It's the parasites that are craving it.
Yes. Okay. Great perspective. I did not know that. Seek ads. I do tie bow. You still Billy Blankson with the tie bow with the tie bow. That's
So,
old school, sis. Hey, tie bow was a thing at one point. That Billy,
a lot of
he
people do.
was. I probably still makes money off of it.
Yeah,
An
it's
African dance. Let me tell you, I have found us.
awesome.
This is wonderful. Us on my Sundays, I have found a Haitian Afro dance class down here.
Awesome.
Girl, even though I do circuit training and I lift pretty heavy and I lift weights, you see the African dance. You see the shoulder move. Just to
Both
do the
bodies.
shoulder move, sis, the shoulder move alone, because I'm always hunched over a computer,
Mhm.
like I realize the muscles in between my shoulder blades are weak. So just when I constantly have to be rotating my shoulders back, the first day I was like, oh my God, my neck is locked up in one position, because I was like, I mean, I had hot towels on it. I was like, mommy, what do I do with my neck is, but I realized those muscles, even though I work out big muscles, some of the back muscles were weak because again, we're slouched. We're at the computer all day. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. That she knows she's gonna see me every Sunday because it's just a different group of muscles and a different type of workout. And I'm telling you, when we finish an hour, now it's like she's so into it. We go overtime. Sometimes I'm like, ma'am, it's been 90 minutes. I'm like, I have to sit down and start drinking water to let her know it's time up. We got to go. I enjoy it thoroughly though. Shout out to Coach. Oh my gosh, I'll give her a shout out. I mean, we're wet. Like I have to bring a different shirt to change in to sit in my car because the type of working out, even though it's the repetition really of the kicking of the leg and the kicking and the back movement and the arm movement, I'm with you with the African dance, baby. It is spiritual for me as well as a good workout. It is a beautiful way to try to burn these calories and learn a little something. I agree with that. Shout out to you, Seek. Doug says fats slow down the breakdown of turning foods into carbs. So a little fat with your meals. I've learned that as well. See, talk about she does Zydeco. You do crumping. That's like okay. That's what should I say? Intense pop and lock, right? That's but that I'm doing the conversion. Calmer version. Crumping is a lot more pop, 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 pop. Like, good for you. See, I can dance, but I can't crump. So shout out to you. Let me see. Doug says adding pink. I just bought some pink Himalayan salt. Oh, really? To your water during your fast helps replenish your minerals. It helps from the lightheadedness. Do you do this? I never heard of this.
Yes, of course.
School me, please.
Of course, that's a part of the fasting regimen is putting Himalayan pink salt in your water to get electrolytes. Yeah.
Oh, listen, for those of us who do not fast,
Okay, sorry.
yes, thank you for that. I just bought one. You know, sometimes you go on these discount like Marshalls or Ross and you see those, gourmet ones on sale. I was like, oh, I want that one. Because you know what else I learned? The ones that have the clicking tops that click over your food, the most of those tops are unless it's glass, is plastic. And just by grinding, you're putting microplastics in your food. Did you know this?
We've been putting microplastics in our food for
everything. Okay, plastic has taken over the food industry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we have it in our bodies. Yes.
Yeah,
But
it's good to have glass. That's preferable.
yes, that's what I saw. And then this one is also like a shaker. So it's not you have to take, basically you have a side that you can open and pinch, and you're not kind of doing that extra grinding. And I was like, well, I need to get rid of the grinder. Let me see. Gray Pill 11, what you're saying? She's correct. Bars, let's go. And snack healthy. Okay, yes, I gotta think about this.
Cut out.
Go ahead.
Just cut out snacking. No need to snack. There you go. There is Marcia.
Yo, she's hardcore. Go to her channel. Marcia said it. Maybe it's just easy for her. You've been doing it. So in my mind, mentally, I'm like, what? But Marcia says true. No need to snack when you're eating good food. So food that's actually nutritional or nutrient dense. Your body's actually getting good protein, actual nutrients like calcium and micronutrients and things that we need for our cells to process, functions like thinking and like breathing and like this. I saw a wonderful Instagram meme with something like this, where it was supposed to be you're inside your body and pretending to be cells, and the cells are yelling at each other. And he's like, pizza again? Don't you complain. You have pizza. You break it down. And like the cells are like dying eating the pizza, but it gives you a visual.
The parasites are growing.
So from the pizza, parasites in your belly, as she's saying, is getting taken hold. And it was such a good visual concept of what your body and your cells are actually doing when we're giving it junk and it's trying to break down that to do its functions. It's not healthy. It can't do it effectively, basically. So you're
remember, only eat when you're hungry.
You know what?
Don't eat because the food is there and everybody else is eating. Eat when you're really hungry. Unless you're fasting, of course, then you're not eating. Only eat when you're really hungry. So, and think about your stomach versus your brain, because sometimes, you think that you're hungry when you're really not hungry. You're just maybe thirsty. Maybe you need some like Himalayan pink salt in some water.
That is actually really good too. I have learned that about myself. I drink water first. As soon as I feel hungry, I drink water first. So I'm like, okay, is it thirsty? I'm thirsty. Even last night, I was holding a couple tunes during the Christmas caroling. But at one point, I was like, I cannot. I kept telling my uncle, I'm like, that's too high. That's too high when he was playing. But then I realized, I'm like, your whole throat is dry. You are thirsty. So as soon as I grabbed 2 bottles of water, I like drank them back to back. And I'm like, I usually don't do that. I was like, dang, I must have been really, because I'm over here eating darn chips and dip. And the olives that are salty and all this, like my body was dry, dehydrated. So it's a good thing to often realize that sometimes when we snack or when we are hungry, we are actually thirsty. So try to grab some water. I have my new pink Himalayan pink sea salt. I will be putting in my water. So now that I know, I learned something today. So maybe I'll grab some nutrients. So now, okay, those things might make me do the fast. Though now that I understand the strategies involved, I could probably do the fast with that. Yes. Great advice. Yeah, Doug says same thing. I add the salt 1 hour before the time I would usually eat when I'm fasting. Okay. All right. So you kind of prepare yourself a little bit.
Mm.
Yay, Sandy W. You've been over on Roland Martin with me, sis, watching every Wednesday from 3 to 5. Thank you. I appreciate you. And Merry Christmas to you. Marcia says, I used to eat round the clock. A lot of people are like grazer. I call it grazer. They constantly eat. Some are actually skinny, by the way, but they are constantly eat. But Nutrition Lawyer said on her channel that you don't need to eat by stuffing food in your mouth all the time. OMG, that was a game changer. Tough love works. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Let me see. Doug is still telling you how much to put in there. Half a teaspoon to 33 ounces of water. That's what I do. Not sure if the amount is the same for everyone. Half a teaspoon of the pink Himalayan salt to 33 ounces of water. Okay, cool. Yay, Michelle. Hey, what up, guys? She said Afro beats is life. I love that. Me too. I can start my own party, y'all. I would hate for y'all to see me in my living room. Because if I'm in a bad mood or if I'm feeling like, I'm like, just play some music. And then when you, we're a little burner boy, that last is my favorite right now. If I put on Everybody Go for Breakfast, Shayo, like as soon as I put that on, the mood just changed. I hear you, and it's good for you. It allows you to express. Again, we are sometimes, stifled as creative beings. We express not just with the written word, we express not only just talking, we express with our body. I believe that some people, to the extent of being artists, but other everyday people just we don't get a lot of spaces where we get to move freely. Right. So I hear you on that. That always speaks to me. A good dancing. If you know me, I told y'all, if y'all see any video with me and Miami at a club, now don't go crazy. It's probably me though, because I go to the Jamaican party to dance. I don't go to stand up and watch. I go to sweat out my hair and get my groove back. That's what I go.
The body.
I love it. Shout out to Michelle. Say hello to the family for me. Love you, love you. Merry Christmas. Yay. Salsa. Oh, by the way, I wrote Alex and Michelle, I'm telling all your business. I text Alex yesterday and all that good stuff. So I hope all is well, my dear. Let me see. Who told me about salsa? Yes, Great Pill says I enjoy salsa. I've been looking for free salsa lessons. I'm not paying for anything in 2023.
I have salsa lessons. It's fantastic. I love
really
salsa. Yeah.
Again, motion of the body speaks. It's again how I emote, how I express. So I would definitely be finding. I've been saying it for a while. I found my African lesson. Now I got to find my salsa lesson, because I think it's a part, again, how we can express ourselves. Okay, Sandy says the same thing. The salt in the water really does work. Wow. I see. This is what I've been on, and that's why it's kind of messing up my teeth a little bit. I've been on apple cider vinegar in water or lemon in water. Are you a fan of any of those?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, because I'm about to say, if I'm doing that wrong, I've been drinking a whole lot of apple cider water. That's like the first thing I wake up. I don't have my blue container, but I put apple cider like a cap full.
Okay.
And I drink that. And then, pardon?
Once per day.
Yeah, but what happens is I'll almost finish it, and then I'll put more water in, so it stretches and it stretches. And then if I need more flavor by the evening, I'll lemon it. I'll put more lemon in there. So I just keep filling it back, and so it still has a little bit of the remnants in it and flavors it. But yeah, I do that and lemon. But it's bothering me with my teeth. I think it's making my teeth a little bit sensitive. I brought a straw, so I can sip it.
You should use a straw. Otherwise, maybe you cut it up for a bit. Just use lemon.
Yeah, that's what I think I need to probably pause. Yeah, so I don't want my teeth go down. Yes. So yeah, take a break, Sue. Take a break. Yes. Yeah, right. I'm healthy, but my teeth get sensitive. I'm oh, I don't like that. Hey, Mars Mitch, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you watching. Yes, the detox for the water. I'm gonna ask you guys at home. You please check out her channel, Nutrition Lawyer. Yes, you're in Jamaica with no restrictions. So is Kirk. So is Nutrition Lawyer. I feel jealous. I am here in 55 degrees in Miami. I don't think I'm going outside today. We will see. I might have to do one more run to the supermarket. I don't want to go to the store. I really don't want to go to the store today. But I was tasked with making the salad for Christmas dinner, as well as I think I have to bring a lasagna, but I'm not making a lasagna. I think I'm gonna buy a frozen lasagna. At this point, I'm tired. This week was a long week of work. If you know what I'm talking about, the stressors, as well as having to try to balance everything. And we're talking about eating with nutrition lawyer. She's just gonna take a quick break, come right back. Girl, in Jamaica, no restrictions. That's how I felt last night. I don't even eat chips. I don't even eat cheese. I don't even eat all this stuff. And I saw it on the table, and baby, I went not cray cray. I was full, and that's another thing I was gonna ask her about, the feeling of fullness, and how she develops that. Because to say you are eating once or twice a day and you feel full for 5-6 hours, I want to understand mentally, because again, my stomach growls probably about every 3 hours. So curious to know about how long it took her to condition. If you have questions for nutrition lawyer, please drop them in the chat. Let me see. Context please, because people swear hungry all the time. The excuse just not to eat. Nutrition lawyer, turn your tilt your camera down just a tad bit for me so I see more of you. Yes, a little bit more, tiny bit more. Yes, perfect. Good. So we're coming back. Nutrition lawyer, that's perfect. A couple questions for you, love. So one from the Great Pill podcast, and he also is a fantastic YouTuber. Check out his channel. He says, to when people say they swear they're hungry all the time, the excuse just to eat is ridiculous. What do you think? Do you think people are just having an excuse just to eat?
Yes. People are bored and they just eat. I don't know what to do.
So you like, I don't buy it.
Yeah, I don't buy that you're hungry all the time.
No.
No.
Scam likely Merry Christmas. He's talking about another woman with gleaming white teeth. Okay. We try over here. We take good dental hygiene very seriously. Said thank you for being here, Scam Likely. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you. Sandy W says, I know I eat something odd. What? Yes. When you have mucus in your throat, like muffins or something. Now that has happened to me, y'all. This is when we talk about listen to your body. I have had, like, all of a sudden I'll have coal in my throat and I want to spit coal, and I'm like, or mucus. We Jamaicans say I have coal in my throat. Or I don't know, cold, I guess was what we're saying. But it's saying that there's a buildup of mucus that you need to get expectorate. And I just feel weird. I'm like, I don't even get mucus. I don't get mucus until I'm sick. I have to be sick. So when you're eating food and you feel like all of a sudden your nose is stuffed and you feel like there's mucus in your nose or in the back of your throat, it's something wrong. Something you're almost having like an allergic reaction. An immuno reaction.
Yeah, take note of how you feel when you eat certain foods. Your body is telling you, please don't feed me this.
Exactly. Good observation.
Yeah. So take note.
This is interesting. Tea smell. Why was I late to the Himalayan salt game? It says eating when you're hungry and Himalayan salt will get it done. Great advice. Ooh. Why did I not know until today? Thank you, nutrition lawyer, about yes. Thank you, Doug. This is what we planned. He said this stream is perfect timing. It's extra motivation for the gym. I have my makeup on. I was about to do house visits because I was like, well, if I get my makeup done, on, it's now a different type of day for me. Now I can go visit family and go, do some house hopping and some drive-by hellos to the peoples, to the aunts and uncles and whatnot. But now I'm like, oh, I might have to work out tonight. And I don't know if people do Christmas Eve services. I thought about that, going with the family to a Christmas Eve service and whatnot, and then maybe exercise. And this is what I have to do. I have to wrap gifts. I did not wrap. I usually bring all of this stuff over and help my mom, and like we do all of our like, not like a bunch, but like obviously this is what happened when more people came to town with their little kids. All of a sudden my list grew. So I had to find $10 Barbies and all this stuff. I was like, okay, no kid is getting more than this. So thank you, Marshalls. Thank you, TJ Maxx, and thank you, Ross. Because I was like, whoa. So, you want to show the kids, it's all about the kids. It's all about the love and the giving. So want to still, they remember Auntie Suzette. They remember she gave me this or she did this. Like, I'm down for it. But it still was like a hustle. I was in the store till almost 7. Oh my gosh. So I did a quick shopping run. I was in line 25 minutes at Ross. And then a food run for the party. So I didn't even the party was supposed to start at 6. Yeah, right. I got out of the shop around 7 got home, get ready, and just get there. Like this is the beauty and the joy as well as the stress of the holiday season. But yeah, the food. Wealth Creation says, I can salt fish, steamed fish at Port Royal. I will start again in 20.
Yummy.
I love my steamed fish. I love my fried lobster. I'm not in Jamaica right now, guys. I'm vicariously living through Nutrition Lawyer and Kirk and all the rest of y'all who is in Jamaica for the holiday. But yes, Port Royal is one of my favorite places to go for food past the airport, in one of the most historic towns, kind of off the shores at the end of like a little peninsula, in Kingston. And they have some of the best restaurants, a couple of the kind of landmark restaurants there. So yes, enjoy your ackee and saltfish and steamed fish from Port Royal while you can, until we are ready to get back on track. I didn't know this. Look at you. Scam Likely says, I've been doing salsa off and on for a few years. Okay. Move them hips. I brought DL say out. No, yes, I forgot. He told me both of y'all were in Tampa area. That's what's up. He's like, yeah, this guy lives close to me, and so you guys have been out salsaing. It's a great way. Even though I'm looking for my free class to meet people, again, the good exercise. I also just want to, the Spanish music brings out, or Hispanic music, again, all the root is the drum, and we know where it came from, right? The percussion and how it makes you feel. So I really want to kind of, again, on a spiritual level, just get in touch with that movement and that self-expression. Shout out to Rosalind. Good to see you, sis. Rosalind says, I have to go back to steamed fish. And no, this is the big thing, emotional eating. There's whole classes about this, y'all, because this is difficult for a lot of people. Like some people, upset, sad, angry, whatever you feel, you eat it. And it's a coping mechanism. It's like these kind of like, cutting and other things. It's a way of trying to address the hurt. And it is almost like a sometimes endorphin release. There's a whole psychology behind this. I'm not the professional to be speaking on it, but I know about it. But yeah, get coaching too, sis. Find a support group or anything you need, because it is hard to separate when you are conditioned, or you have been conditioning yourself to associate that, relief with food. So we have to really, really tap in. Go to Nutrition Lawyer's channel. Maybe some of her videos will also inspire and help you. But big up to you for even understanding. Sometimes the self-awareness is the first step, because a lot of people just doing stuff and walking through it, don't even realize why they're doing it for. So shout out to you, sis. Also, my girl is here, Miss AKA Lady. I just told him about our fantastic one-on-one on patreon.com. Has been one of my fantastic, not only supporters, but just great all around homie through this space. And I'm grateful to have you, sis. I'm grateful to have had you on. Patreon members only, those who support the channel with a monthly donation. Thank you so much. And we do exclusive content there. And she was my guest talking about getting ready for this holiday, and how to manage, expectations. And it was a great one-on-one this past Sunday. Thank you for doing that show with me. Again, we're talking about shedding extra pounds. You guys, I'm going to drop the link. If anybody wants to come up, now's the time to ask questions directly to Nutrition Lawyer. If you want to come up and share any of your advice or your successes or your challenges, this is the time. Look at Doug. Thank you, Doug. Shout out to Doug on the super sticker. Thank you for supporting the content. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead. You can support, especially on the YouTube side. You can super chat, or you can send a Cash App $ Suzette Speaks. But let me drop the link. Join the convo now. It says join the conversation, and all you have to do, guys, is click on that button, and you'll be in the backstage of the show. And then I'll bring you up, and you don't have to, should I say, show your face, and you could just talk to us on the panel here. That's why I need some water. I'm getting a little tongue tied. Nutrition Lawyer, shout out again. Thank you, Doug, for this generosity on the YouTube side. I appreciate you as always, being fantastic supporter of my content. Thank you, sir. Yeah, big up, Doug. Big up, Doug. So this is my thing, and I've noticed this with my body, Nutrition Lawyer. When you eat, your body has this first, what we call, I don't know, maybe it's in the diaspora, called the first full, where I've heard girls from Miami say it, where you eat, and then you have this exhale of your stomach kind of wanting to stretch a little bit. Do you know what I'm talking about? When you eat to the first sensation of fullness.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you eat and you feel like that first stretch. You all know what I'm talking about. You have to adjust the little belt or sit back or just take a pause. Your body tells you I'm full. So I have been working on trying to stop at that first full, or looking at my plate of how much I have left to try to kind of judge in my mind. This is what has happened to me. I've eaten the same amount for so long that I didn't realize that my body is shrinking and my stomach is shrinking. So my first full is happening faster. So I actually, instead of doing like 4 egg whites, I probably could do 3, or probably 3 full eggs instead of just egg whites. But point I'm saying is, how do you have any I don't know. It's something that I've discovered about myself. But do you have any advice when it comes to being full and stopping at that first full? Is that something that you are even aware of or kind of utilize in your health journey?
Well, I stop eating when I'm full.
First full.
Yeah, when I'm full, I stop eating. But I know also what makes me full. So I'm not preparing a massive plate of food that I'm going to waste.
Sis, you're making my brains. You're making me put my brains. Sis, why you getting up my toes, sis? Why
No,
you
I'm
getting
not saying you do that. I'm just saying what I do, which is I make food that I know A, I'm going to be full, and B, it's not going to go to waste, because I don't believe in wasting the food, right? So,
Oh, hey, great pill. So she trying to tell us straight up, stop full up the plate too much with too much food.
no.
I did that this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I thought I could eat 2 slices of hard bread with the 3 flour dumpling and a little piece of fried breadfruit. And
Wow.
I definitely left a slice and a half of the bread. And I was like, why did I even, my mind tell me to
You
take
do not need, why would you need bread if you have fried dumplings and
after the thought I had to say, I was like, why did I just do that? It's greedy. McCready. When you see all this good food, I was like, woo, daddy good, woo. I was like, yes, I'm gonna, and then I even said, do I need the 2 slices? And I was like, yeah, I definitely need
No. I went to a restaurant a couple weeks ago and had ordered breakfast, and it comes with vegetables and whatnot, and also bread, slices of bread. And I said they said white or wheat, and I said neither. I don't want any bread. Person looked at me like, what? No bread. I'm like, with all the food that you're serving me, why would I? First of all,
because that has the least nutritional value, but they want to fill you up with the bread.
But I don't eat bread anyways. But even so, I'm looking at the waiter like,
and he's like, how dare you not want the bread? That's everyone comes here for the bread. No. Biggest lie in our culture and in like this capitalist society is that you get to the restaurant and you ask for bread.
I tell them now.
It's the biggest trick.
Always have it on the table now, right? So at the nice restaurants. So you just fill up on the bread.
Yes.
Why? Because you can't eat their food after. It doesn't make any sense.
Are for kids. And it's like the worst for you with the carbs. Doug, again, I appreciate you. Great Pill Podcast came up. Special impromptu guest. Hey there.
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you, brother. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, you got to pick one. Yeah. Happy holidays, all that good stuff. You know.
Holidays.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Feliz Navidad. Happy Hanukkah, all of that good stuff.
Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah, Rosh Hashanah, all of that good stuff. Happy to see you. How have you been?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
I miss you. I know you be in the chat and you be a team replay on my YouTube side.
Oh, yeah, I'm big about the replays.
Yeah, listen, there's so many people to watch. I know people be mad, but I have to watch replays. Like, while people are live, I have to work. So.
Yeah, because you don't understand, like, sometimes you might come on through, especially if it's good content, you be in the middle and you get so hyped up. Right. That's like, I need the full context.
So yes, I need to go back to the beginning. Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes
because I'm gonna binge watch it because I do it at yours too. I'll go and timestamp each one. I'll make a comment or like,
oh, cool. Yeah. And then also you had asked me for permission to react to a video, and I looked back and I did not write back to you. But if you wanted to react to that video, I think it was the red pill video, you're more than welcome. Yeah, my bad. It's kind of old. Yeah, it's old. It's not that old. We did it like 2 weeks ago. Me and Rod Eric.
It's fine. It's a juicy one.
Go back and watch How I Became Red Pill with Rod Eric. It was really interesting stuff. So Red Pill, you have a lot to say. Oh, big up first of all, Marcia. Yay. Thank you. Sis Lois on the super chat, showing love to the channel as always. I appreciate you. And she says, catch you on Wednesday on Roland Martin. I'm sorry, guys. Shameless plug once again. Wednesdays now into the new year. I'm grateful. I got tapped to do a guest commentary. This last show I just did with Faraji Muhammad. It was amazing. You ever watch yourself back and like, dang, that was good. I watched back my show. I was like, that was so good. We flow, we cover like even his show outline. I'm like, do I need to change my show? We flow from like 6 topics back to back over 2 hours. And my friends were listening to it. They were like, it doesn't even seem that long. The segments are so well positioned. And we go from hilarious to very serious to funny, like we bounce well off each other. I was like, Faraji, hey, we might be onto something. He was like, yeah, the people loving it. So he's the host. I am the guest contributor every Wednesday, 3 to 5 on Roland Martin. Just go to YouTube, look up Roland Martin. His channel is almost hitting 1 million subscribers. Black News Network basically is what he's created. And he has now grown to where he's offered people to be sub-hosts. So Faraji is one of them. And so when he, put out a call for contributors, I answered, we talked, we seemed to vibe. He's like, let's try it out. And I was like, this is a big look. I was so happy. He was happy to have me and I was happy to be here. I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Like, it was so amazing. So this has been a first month. December, I started 3 to 5. And it's just like we talk about things like we're doing now that impact Black culture, right? The diaspora. So we talked about like The Best Man is being rebooted. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yes, movie. I saw that. It's going to be on Peacock. Yes.
I started watching it just because we had a discussion about it. We talked about Nick Cannon. We talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about this little known case, and I'm going to have that gentleman on. This guy named Tyler, young man that was killed in Buffalo, but no one is following it. Okay. It hurt my heart. And I told when I did the commentary, even to just find information about this young man that had passed away, not to down this conversation. Tyler Lewis is his name. Justice for Tyler Lewis. I will say that. I want one of his family members to come on here because I help kind of break these stories. And we started that on Roland Martin last Wednesday. And I'm going to continue and hopefully help the Lewis family get his name out there because this kid basically got stabbed at a party in Buffalo and no one has been arrested. His 4 friends, you remember these friends now doing all kind of crazy stuff. Yes. 4 friends have lawyered up, not speaking to police at all. And the police don't have they have 1 suspect. Nobody's been arrested. Nobody on the campus saying anything. I hate when it feels like, justice is not being served. Correct. So look up on Instagram. I'm getting goosebumps because, again, that's what we're doing over there. Tyler Lewis, Lewis. I'm going to have him and his uncle or whoever on in the new year. So anyway, Roland Martin has been a blessing. Thank you, Marcia, for showing love. And those who have found me via that platform, thank you and welcome over here to the Suzette Speaks show. I appreciate the love, sis. I really do. Thank you for the generosity in the Christmas and all the wonderful feedback you're giving in the chat here. Sandy W says, Sue, I'm really proud of you with the Roland Martin. Yo, it's a big look, and I really appreciate y'all. Anybody can watch it from 3 to 5 on Wednesdays. Come through. Miss AKA Lady says, a lot of times I feel hungry when I'm actually thirsty. Yes, we talked about that, sis. I know I am full. I will drink water to kill the craving. So I know Grey Pill had a lot to say in the chat. Grey Pill, you're an expert on this, bruh. So tell us what your thoughts are on today's convo or any tips you have.
Yeah, because pretty much when people have these conversations, unless they're asking you directly, Miss Nutrition Law, I like to encourage people just to stay on the basics. Because what happens is, like I saw on your channel, the keto diet, right? Because people are so crazy and go all over the place, and there's so many variations of the keto, and they don't really understand it. And when I started out, I was very active in Jersey. I'm out in the streets, walking around. And then when I got to the South, everybody knows in the South, you always just eat. There's ribs, neck bones, collard greens, and all the soul foods and everything dumped in there. And what my experience was transitioning over to the healthy side was I kept saying to myself, but I never moved forward with it, with actions, was I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do this. I was watching infomercials like every night, late at night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, by eating all the no-nos, the sugary foods, the cakes, the snacks. And one time my mom came to the house to visit, and the first thing she said when she saw me, she's like, boy, you're getting fat. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and buy that one of those programs, and it happened to be T25.
Oh
So
Lord, yeah,
yeah,
mama will tell you how it is. But
oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
she don't bite her tongue. And so I paid like 200 to $300 for it. I still didn't understand it because I'm like, okay, I got the CDs, I got this calendar map, whatever, but nobody wasn't directly showing me how to do it. So I was still doing my homework, had the thing up here, $300 sitting on the shelf. I reached out to a coach that was there, and she became like a mentor of mine. I call her my boss. And she kind of walked me the steps, and she got me into a accountability group. So we're pretty much start together on the program, and any experiences or reactions we have toward like each step of the workout down to the eating programs, meaning like, hey, what times you eat, what you eat, if we purchase something from the program, if we have anything healthier or fulfilling during our own day to day. And that's how we go from step to step to step. So I was seeing results within 4 to 6 weeks. I was like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, the physical aspect of it is you're going to feel the hurts and pains. It's going to happen. Just go ahead and get yourself out the way. If you haven't used certain part of your muscles, meaning walked long stairs, a story or two taller, 20 feet, you're going to feel the pains. If you haven't walked longer than 2 blocks straight and you're always going from your house to your car, you're going to feel some kind of pain. Now it becomes to the nutrition value. So me being stuck in the South, everything is always the soul food. We know how brothers and sisters we are. Either sweet tea, I'm getting it for free. Up in Jersey, I probably have to beg the guy, hey man, can I get a free refill? They're not giving it to you. Here in the South, here in the South, hey baby, go ahead, baby, take this. Go ahead, baby, take that. So I'm doing that, right? So the bad results was I got a kidney stone, dropped me like a bad habit. I gained weight. I was like over 250 pounds. I was feeling slow. I was feeling sluggish. Sometimes your moves. I didn't want to do anything. Work, home, sleep. Work, home, sleep. And when all eating all the right things, cutting back. Now, I would say this to everybody else because I know it's the holidays, and I know Suzette was making some little jokes like, "Hey, the excuse here, the excuse that." But pay attention to those red flags, right? So if you say to yourself, I'm going to commit to being healthy, working on a healthy lifestyle, what does the devil do?
Tempt you.
There you go. So for me, in the summer, during barbecue season, I said, this is going to be the day. And what did my cousins and my elders do next day? Grill, barbecue, ribs, chicken. And all I did, I promise you, Ms. Lawyer, I just looked at the sky, just laughed my behind off. And from that day on, I was being tempted day in and day out. I had the same comments you said about the bread. I would say, no, thank you. I got negative criticism.
Right.
They all you.
I would move my plate over or even feed myself small portions. Because again, there's a thing called portion control. I was feed myself smaller portions because literally I can eat 3 big plates, but I'll break it down. And that's not, some people got to understand too. Look at what you eat. Baby steps, mind over matter. And what I mean by that is if you know, for example, if you eat a full big plate, take half of that off. Right? Still eat the same thing and then start building from there. Then start sectioning off one thing at a time. Meaning, hey, if you know you eat, let's say, pig feet, right? Try to find.
Okay, you're getting real South right now, but
yeah. Try to find each food that you eat and try to substitute each food group for something healthy, right? And it's take baby steps. Now you can build up, and then once you get there, like the brother Doug mentioned about the salts in the water, lemon water, or just removing bread altogether. Heck, I didn't eat bread and even fried chicken, Lawyer, for like 2-3 years. And then when my birthday came, I'm road tripping, and the first thing I had craving for was a Twinkie. When I bought a Twinkie, that was the most addictive thing in my life. The feeling I had when it touched my lips. I cannot keep it.
Poison.
Oh, you was making love to the Twinkie.
I smelt it through the plastic, I promise you.
Listen, we are human, but good for you. What a testimony. So that could tell you a lot about, again, lifestyle influences to this weight, which I say, loss as well as just maintenance journey. So
Right.
going from a place where, up north, they got the public transit, you can walk places, you can get a bus, you can get a subway. People are expected to walk a lot. Not so in the South. I'm telling you, I tell people all the time, don't come to Miami without a car. Without a car,
Right.
you are stranded. We are driving. We are a much more commuting, but not walking community and society here. So immediately your body feels the changes, not burning calories, not getting that kind of low but good impact workout, quote unquote, right? That walk is like a workout every day. But
Yes.
instead, we're sitting at one spot, jumping in the car, driving and sitting, jumping at home, sitting again, maybe cook a dinner, but sitting most of our lives. And they say sitting now is as bad as smoking, according to some studies. So sitting at a desk, like even now I have to take a minute, get up, walk and come back, or to, stretch and come back. Or they have apps now that tell you if you've been sitting too much, set a timer, whatever you need to do, especially if you were like a desk job like myself, where we were always looking at a computer hunched over. I told you my back muscles were weak when I started to do a little bit of African dance. My shoulders were like, oh, what we doing right now? And it's a beautiful thing that you discovered quickly. And shout out to you. So you went as high as you said 250 just by moving to another state. And you know what is so funny? They say, I mean, the southern states are, not to knock everybody, but the fattest. Like that's also
That
Yes.
when I went from Boston to Florida.
Yeah, you were like
Yeah.
Florida baby fat. No, this true.
I'm Jersey all day.
Yes. So what we consider good food here is totally different. Our portion sizes, as you say, we refill sweet tea. You know what I've been cheating with, like a little like a lemonade. Sometimes I really want a little lemonade, and they got a Publix lemonade that was on sale, and so I bought a bottle, and I'm mad that I bought it. And then I try to water it down and act like it's not as bad for me. But yeah, I know I'm not buying no more juice. I don't buy juice except I had to buy this lemonade. They had this lemonade on sale, and it's so good. But no, I
cut out all the no-nos.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Pardon?
On lemonade without the sugar. Put monk fruit. Just don't buy their lemonade.
I need to do that with monk fruit sweetener. That makes a lot of sense. Listen, if I had stayed on my nutrition lawyer videos, I would probably be a lot farther down.
See, it goes back to what I was saying earlier.
Simple
like when you're finding one thing, that's not it, then just make a substitute for it. If it's like if you buy lemonade, and then and the cost, because everybody's good about that dollar amount. So if you know that costs like $5-10, and you can take a quarter or half of that just to make it,
right,
you're good.
And I buy my baga lemons and my monk fruit, and I should be able to be okay. I didn't even think about that. That's actually a wonderful idea. So I'm doing my Himalayan salt in my water, and I'm gonna try a 36-day fast. I wanted to talk to you, Great Pill. So over what period? 36 hours. Did I say 36 days? Sorry.
You gotta get through the 36.
Suzette, I want you to
turn into 7. I don't think she's making 7.
Sorry. 36-hour, because we wouldn't be alive if we did 36 days.
No, you'll be alive. You only go into starvation mode at 40 days.
Okay. Wow. To be very technical. Okay. We would technically still be alive. But what kind of condition? I don't know. But sorry. It meant 36-hour. I wanted to talk to you, Great Pill, about other changes you also made, maybe to inspire people. Let me read the chat real quick. Hit the like button if y'all are enjoying the content. Let us know. We're last call for the panel. We're going to wrap up in about 15 minutes. So let me know. We're having fun today. It's an easy breezy holiday edition, shedding the holiday crowns. Now, Great Pill podcast in the building, along with Nutrition Lawyer. Let me see what they are saying. Sandy W added, keto is not for everyone. I'm a heart patient. Tried it to lose 20 plus pounds, but my blood levels were terrible. Okay. So if you have a special kind of circumstances, be careful. Check with your doctor. Please talk to your doctor before trying some of these diets. So again, if you know your body and you have any special circumstances, be careful. So of course, all of this is in the context of talking to your doctor first.
You should definitely talk to your doctor. But what I've also found is that people who say they're doing keto are doing unhealthy keto.
Yes.
Like what? Give me an example.
They're eating a whole bunch of unhealthy fats, for example.
Butter,
right?
mainly.
Eating enough fiber. I'm eating a lot of vegetables, good, healthy vegetables that are feeding my gut biome. So it's my gut is like strong and healthy. And if you have a strong and healthy gut, the rest of you is going to be fantastic. Your head is going to be fantastic. You're going to be clear, you're going to be sharp, and you're going to lose weight. So instead of eating bacon fat, I eat avocados, for example, right? So there are people, I see them on keto, and a lot of people lose a lot of weight because they're eating the high fat, but a lot of them are eating high unhealthy fats.
Yeah,
So
wrong approach. Yeah, great to know. Miss AKA Lady says, asks, what are some of y'all's go-to meals? So all you two who have more discipline than me, I'm coming on to this. Y'all take over. How do you answer that question? First nutrition lawyer, then you Great Pill.
Sure.
My go-to meal, so everybody knows by now my breakfast, right? Which is at noon, which is sauteed cabbage with 3 eggs. All right. And my cabbage, sometimes I make the cabbage in coconut milk and curry, or I make it just with spices. And my egg is always very well spiced. And of course, if I fry, I use coconut oil or I use olive oil. But if I'm doing breakfast, it's going to be really good coconut oil. All right. Yeah. And for dinner, a typical dinner for me would be, say, sauteed salmon, in coconut milk with spices and veggies, and then maybe mashed pumpkin. So I do a mashed pumpkin the way you do a mashed potato. Okay, I put in all my little spices and ingredients and whatnot, but I'll use pumpkin instead of potato because pumpkin is low carb, and I don't want all that starch from the potato in my body. So
that's real good. That sounds real good. I'm pretty much plain Jane because she did the extra with that, so I'm fine with it, especially the salmon because we mentioned with the vegetables. I've seen one recipe where I think they used the salmon, seared the salmon with the I think cream and then added spinach. I saw that was one that sounded really good. Yeah, for me, I'm pretty much basic base routines right now. I'm currently on the minimalist aspects of stuff. So, like for example, my habits and routines so far have been in the past 3 months is whatever I eat, I'll make sure I get out the house and just either walk. If I don't run, I'm consistently just walking. You know, if I'm power walking and just chilling. Breakfast might be, I'm not a very big breakfast person because people always say you have to eat breakfast. You don't have to eat breakfast. Since Lawyer just mentioned about the whole 36 fasting, the day fasting. I did do a every other day fasting. I did that for the past 3 weeks. I did, like, so for example, I did a Monday fasting. I had so much stuff going on with the day, so I skipped the nights, had water. That was my first day. Next day, I pretty much had something, but if I had like maybe a small portion or whatever, I instantly feel full. I have my water, so that would be a routine. Normally, it might be for breakfast, it might be oatmeal, whatever fruits or raisins, honey, cinnamon, water. I'm not a milk person with my oatmeal, or I might choose a selective smoothie. Now, I know some people are like, oh man, it's a lot of sugar. Yes, it depends. So I might have fresh fruits, frozen ones. I do recycle a lot of my fruits. Like for example, if I have bananas and they're gonna go a little bit rotten, you don't want to throw away. So waste not, want not. I'll put in like a nice little baggie of sorts, wrap it, and put it in the freezer, and I'll save it over for later. And I'll do that for maybe lunch, small salad, something just to keep going, water, or a baked chicken. Dinner, it depends because I'm men versus women. I might have my steak, a nice little grilled steak, a nice little grilled or baked chicken, something like that, and maybe not really a starch with it, so maybe another vegetable to go with it, and then that's it. Now, I will say for most people, hunger pains, because you're trying to get through it, it might be just like slice of green apples with peanut butter. Boom, there you go.
Wow. Okay. So thank you guys. I had to take a bio break as well. I'm like, since we talking, I'm gonna go get my water and put a little lemon inside of it real quick. Y'all, thank you everybody supporting the stream. Thank you, Mr. Kent on the Cash App for your generosity. You see the Cash App if you want to support the stream and the content that you enjoy here on YouTube for us to keep going and trying to make this stuff happen for you. as we enjoy it too, obviously. But I want to thank you for the generosity on the Cash App. Y'all see, if you want to support today's content and you're enjoying your show, please go ahead and just shout it out. Let you know, even if you just put a comment in the stream now or afterwards, let other people know, so the algorithm will see it and more people will watch this kind of quality discussion. We're hopefully changing lives today, you guys. I hope you guys have gotten a lot out of it. Open mic, last call. Shedding the Pounds, great advice from Nutrition Lawyer. You see her there in the middle. She also has a channel, some great shows up already. So if you want to go back and watch some of her content, I would say yes, I'm going to learn how to do the bread. Some people also put what they would eat as meals. Doug says, lately, eggs and broccoli. I'm out of a broccoli stage. It's like I brought all this broccoli, I don't want to eat it. I have it. Sometimes I want the broccoli, and then almost I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to eat the broccoli.
Fresh or frozen?
I usually do fresh.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes I don't want it. I have bags of broccoli right now. This is about to go back in the fridge.
I'll take it.
No, really? Sometimes I just can't. It's like the taste of it. I'm like, I don't want that. So I don't know. So I ate asparagus, for example, last night with salmon.
Asparagus good too.
Yeah, but I was like, I can't eat the broccoli again. I just don't want the broccoli. So I go through these phases for sure. Let me see. We have for me, it's vegetables and eggs, says Marcia. Yeah, I'm big on my eggs now. I buy eggs by like the 2 or 3 dozen because I'm eating much more of them. Of course, they're so much more expensive. So I try to get them at a discount place. But I realize I eat at least probably 3 or 4 eggs a day now. Was doing whites. I'm probably going to do the whole egg going forward to get more proteins and essential nutrients from the yolk. Because everybody was, screaming cholesterol. But of course, eggs also have good balance. But again, check with your doctor. This again is informational purposes only. So everybody's bodies are different and they process food differently. So you want to make sure you do a checkup, get blood work done, and ask your doctor, like maybe a general practitioner or a dietitian even, general practitioner, or a dietitian to help you for your body type and all that. So good to know. Let me see. Doug says, at Sandy W, I'm surprised to hear that the keto is basically a diabetic diet. So I'm shocked to hear that you had that experience. But everybody, that's what we're saying. Everybody's bodies are different. So her body could be doing other things in addition to being diabetic that she needed to address with her doctor. So we want everybody to kind of take everything in stride here. Go see a physician, all right, to make sure you're doing the right thing for your body. Merry Christmas, Anise. How are you? Season greetings. I just came from a wonderful family gathering last night. I got another one tomorrow. We are big. Do you do any Christmas celebrations with your family, or are you kind of like not a lot of people where you live, or?
I'm in the South, so it's like everybody's my cousin, so I have to be careful who I'm talking to. But yeah, my older sister invited me over. She's big, do the whole big family thing. But far as just to me, Christmas just another day. But she invited me, so I'm gonna come. If I got my aunts, they ask for me, I'll go hang out with them and spend time. I remind me of their brothers, so Bush, my dad, their brothers, so they always want me over there.
Oh, that's sweet. It's a time for fellowship. If you have the family, like COVID has taught us, you got to appreciate what you have. Tomorrow's not promised. Yeah, we've had a good get together last night. It was karaoke. It was singing. My uncle was playing, and we were doing the old Christmas carols and the Temptation songs. And you know what? I don't know if you know the song, Mary. Did you know? These are old school. Like you're like, what?
Can you sing a bar too?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Oh, baby, okay. I had it on. My uncle has that like a electric keyboard that I had the full orchestra behind me as I was singing. It's a beautiful song, and we sang all kinds of like, "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." All the goodies, little drummer boy.
I remember that.
We was going through all, like, if you are big on Christmas, I'm big on Christmas. The Christmas song catalog, baby, we sang for almost 2 hours. And people didn't want to go home. And we had to like close in prayer like 3 times. We're like, no. Y'all gotta go. It's over. People gotta go home. Like it was so funny. But my family is like that. Once we get started and we get together and everybody's, fellowshipping, we just have a good time. So, but again, like I said, I came with food, but at least maybe from the singing, I burnt a few calories back off. From hitting the high notes and the medium notes. We want to bring back Nutrition Lawyer, y'all. We're finishing up last comments and we'll get final thoughts. Thank you again for the Merry Christmas. Miss AKA Lady adds, I love eggs
What
too.
about the eggs?
Yes, I think I need to own chickens. I wouldn't mind that actually.
Too.
That's what I'm saying. That 18 carton, I'd be like, rah, $10 now. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I buy like 2 cartons, but I buy organic at Aldi, and that is under $10. So you could get the 24, depending on where you shop, for under $10.
I'm glad you said that, because I know another guy, he go to Kroger's, but again, it's case by case basis where your money's going. So
Yes.
if you trying to go to Kroger's and you're spending $10, you lost your money.
No,
but if
exactly.
you're somewhere
Because
local
it sounds
store,
like it's
yeah, I'm like $10 for a case of eggs.
no, I buy them. The organic price right now at Aldi down here is like $4.24. So I can get 2 a week and I'm good. But yeah, it's almost $10 for the 2 dozen. So yeah, but I use it. That's why I was like, you know what, that's one of my main sources of protein now. So it's a part I have to budget it. Yes, I'm gonna try that. She was describing cabbage as if it was like this like a connoisseur with the seasoning. So I'm like, how do I get my cabbage like that? Shout out to Nutrition Lawyer for the cabbage recipes. Let's go check out her channel and get our game up, right, Doug? I know I was feeling it too. Yeah, it's okay, Sandy. We know everybody's bodies are different. So basically, yeah, you definitely need to be careful entering any keto, any other type of diet before checking with your doctor. Find out your levels first.
Yes.
Because I was actually just reading an article about women who were pregnant in the prenatal blood test. A lot of people have found diseases, but from the prenatal blood test, like they didn't know they were sick, right? Or had other kind of chronic diseases. So just probably a yearly, depending on your general health, blood test is important. Go to the doctor. That's when we say we get a checkup. Go get your checkup. I don't play about that. Yes. So
go to all nutritionists, because a lot of doctors do not know anything about nutrition. Right now, I'm taking a nutrition science course at Stanford University, and a lot of the students are doctors, and they don't know anything about nutrition. That's why they're in the course.
That's amazing.
So just know that they do not know because they didn't study it.
Right. That's a great point. They do not teach nutrition in med school. I think they have one course, they say.
Exactly.
So a dietitian might be someone you want to talk to, especially if you're having issues with what to eat. And if somebody could just give me a good food plan for the calories that MyFitnessPal tell me I'm going to need to eat to lose my weight, I would be fine. But I am very haphazard in what I eat and when I eat. So I'm not consistent. You know, sometimes your body just wants to be consistent, the same fats every day, the same carbs every day, the same meat or protein, I should say, every day, so that it knows, oh, I'm going to get this consistently. So let me shrink down, or let me get to the metabolic level where this is what I know I can burn and this is what I can afford to kind of adjust on a daily basis. When you're feeding it a bunch of calories one day, like I did yesterday, and then very little calories the following day, it's like your body doesn't know what it can afford to kind of let go in terms of fat. The other parts of it. So the human body is amazing. It is made to preserve us, guys. But modern living has made it kind of like, so it's saving us from being starving one day, but it's called now just being morbidly obese because we don't ever go back to the famine because we constantly have a supermarket. So it's trying its best to preserve us. Go ahead.
I don't count calories.
Mm.
I
don't count calories, so I don't know what that life is like.
It's very nitpicky, because you said something earlier. You said you actually check your weight daily. I did that one time, but I stopped doing that because it's like a headache to do. So yeah, because I know
be obsessive. I could see that being obsessive.
Yeah, because you can because for me, I can tell like certain foods you eat. I can know if I'm going to gain within a week 3 to 5 pounds. So I watch what I eat because I know what I'm eating.
So so different approaches, but same outcome. I get it. So you're not an everyday weigher person. Nutrition lawyer is, but
I can see why folks don't. I didn't have a scale for a long time, for many years, and of course, probably why I ballooned up. For me, I'm just saying.
For her, you got to find what.
Yeah. I knew I got bigger because I need to buy new clothes because my clothes didn't fit me anymore. But now that I have a scale, my head is so different though in terms of my programming that it's not. I don't beat myself up if I gain 5 pounds because I know, hey, I could just do a 36-hour fast and those 5 pounds are gone in 2 days.
Right.
So so I don't have that sort of angst or anything with the weight.
Nutrition lawyer, before we go, I want you to talk about your 3-day at the beginning of the month fasting so people can understand. Are you still going to be doing that in the new year? The 3-day fast with people?
So we're actually going to do a 3-day fast at the end of this year as well, which is December 28th through the 30th. We're doing a 3-day fast. All right. Because we want to enter the new year rejuvenated and feeling fantastic and fabulous and fitting those New Year's Eve dresses. Okay. So we're doing a 3-day so that we detox. And then we're going to start our new year fast January 3rd.
Well, hold on. Let me see what I can do, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, because I have brunch on New Year's Day. I have brunch with my homegirls, her birthday.
You can pick one, but on the 3rd, we start the fast of the new year. 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Okay, y'all mark your calendars. Go to Nutrition Lawyer account. So every month, so just tell them what you've been doing. So I know what you've been doing, but just so in case no one knows. Mm-hmm.
Every month for the past 3 years, the Fabulous Fasting team and I do a monthly 3-day fast. All right. And in this fast, we basically have water, we have tea, we have a fasting drink that I show you how to make. All right. That involves turmeric and ginger and Himalayan pink salt, lemons. All right. And cayenne pepper. And otherwise we drink water or tea, but tea, no sugar and no dairy. And we do that for 72 hours.
Say it one more time what you're doing, because I'm still kind of shocked. And my body is saying what already. So just say what it is now. 72 hours.
72 hours. It's a 3-day fast. But it's not just water. It's water, tea. You can have coffee, by the way, as well. But no sugar of any kind and no dairy.
So you're still eating food?
No, you're not eating anything. And then there's a fasting drink that I show you how to make.
Oh, okay.
Includes like water, a dash of turmeric, a dash of ginger, a dash of cayenne pepper, some Himalayan pink salt, and some lemon. All right. And you can throughout the day.
That sounds delicious.
Drink it cold, you can make it hot, however you want it. But that's all we're doing for 3 days. Water, the fasting drink, tea or coffee, no sugar, no dairy.
Oh, Jesus.
You're cleansing your system and you're rebuilding your blood cells and you're rejuvenating your body and you're strengthening your immune system. So when you get out of that fast, you're detoxed. Your brain is sharp. It's clear. Everything is clear and really sharp. And of course, you will lose weight, but it's not, the main purpose of that fast is really a detox. And it's a natural detox because you're not, drinking anything additional that is really not in nature.
I'm glad you explained that too, because I was going to ask about just the intermittent fasting, because that usually was a day. Right. So the fact that you explained that in 3 days, that's perfect. So I appreciate that, because everybody, when they hear fasting, they think, I can't eat. I'm going to be starving. And that's not really the case.
No, because
you're going to be starving. I'm sorry. How is that not the case?
Remember this, Suzette. Your body has all the nutrients already that it's eating while you're fasting. It's on your body, right? So when you're fasting, people are like, I'm starving and I'm going to die. I'm like, no, it's eating your fat that's already there.
Yeah.
That's what it's doing. You're just not consuming food, but your body's eating food.
Yeah.
So you have to remember that.
I would probably, like I said, I can't really do no 28th because I already got plans to go to a couple brunches. The Saturday, the Sunday, I'm looking at my calendar. Nope. 28th. Wait, what does it be? 28th, 29th, and 30th?
Yes. So on New Year's Eve that morning, we would break the fast.
That actually might work.
Yeah. Or you can join us on the 3rd, January 3rd, for the first fast of the new year.
Oh, okay. And then the 3rd, and then the 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Well, praise God. If you guys feel led, you should join Nutrition.
I swear.
It's like I want to do it, but sis, you might have to catch me in February, because looking at my calendar, I have lunch with a friend here. I have lunch with a friend there. Like, I already set up all these lunches and catching up.
It doesn't matter. You can do a 36-hour fast and cancel a lunch date. So you
Okay,
don't
I
have
might be able to do 36. I definitely can't do
hours.
72.
Start
But
out with
you said start out with the 36. Okay, so that might work right after the lunch on the 29th. I might be able to do the 29th to the 30th.
because it's really, I mean, if you think about it, 36 hours.
Yeah, I might be able to do the 29th to the 30th. That alone, because the following week I also have lunches and brunches, and I'm like, listen, that's why I'm fat. Like, I understand my problem right now.
Just drink some water on the lunch.
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah.
There, you drink water.
Yeah.
So
Have some drink water at the lunch. Why am I going to the brunch?
I have a friend of mine who was doing the fast, right? He was in Germany, out to dinner with family, and he just drank tea.
Yeah.
Because he was that committed, that disciplined.
Yeah.
Oh,
and two,
God.
what are you doing at you said lunch because you're looking at your phone, so I've just scheduled stuff.
It's several days where I'm next week is like a catch up with homegirls day. So people I haven't seen in a very long time who I really care about.
Yeah.
But New Year's Day, for example, we're going to this place that offers a brunch on charcuterie board kind of brunch.
Mm-hmm.
So you have all these different things. You think I'm going to go to a place where the pretty charcuterie board is there and the mimosa and this and drink tea?
Yes, gal, you are because you're there for your friends. You're there for your friends. You're not there for the food.
Yet. Not ready yet. When you're ready, let me know, Suzette. When you're
ready,
you know.
Yeah, I know why I said maybe February. This might be
Here's a cool thing, though. I will say this because I'm about the baby steps, right? So you can kind of slowly, gradually build. It won't have to be 36. You may off and on do a day to kind of build yourself.
I might have to do that. I might have to do like a one day, and then build up a little bit. I think I could probably do the Thursday through next Friday type deal. But like the holidays, it's not about but like literally I have set my holiday schedule around friends and family, and like to say that I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna go and sip tea with you, it's gonna be awkward. I'm not ready for that. I know some of you watching, you guys are amazing and you guys could probably do that. I'm not gonna lie to myself right now though and say that I'm gonna do that.
You're not ready, and it's fine.
And I may have to just jump on where I can be ready. Let's get final comments from the chat. You guys are enjoying this stream. Hit like before you go. Miss AKA says broccoli with chicken bouillon as the season. Interesting. Awesome. And he says, I'm in Scotland. Shout out to you all the way from Scotland this year. I'm on my own. Wow. And you know the Mary, did you know? Okay, perfect. You know it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's a beautiful, when you have an orchestra, oh my God, it's beautiful. Marcia says, advice I learned from Nutrition Lawyer: the best way to change the way you eat is to do it gradually. Too sudden will cause a commotion for some of our systems. I am for the gradual change, seamless. Yes. Easy Gospel, you know that we could probably do a duet. The series, I don't know if that would work on YouTube. You play and I sing. I love the Christmas caroling. It finally made me feel like I was in Christmas. Like last night, I was like, yes, okay, it's Christmas. The hot cocoa, the hot chocolate on the stove, and all of that. It was like smelled like, felt like, people was just making me feel like, okay, yeah, we're in the holiday spirit for real. Barry, Merry Christmas to you too, my brother. I'm excited. Lately, Doug says I've been getting 30 eggs for $8. Okay, no, but I gotta do the cage free and I gotta do the organic. I like my brown eggs. I like my cage free and I like organic. So I'm one of those people. So
$8 is a lot for me. That's a lot. I'm like,
and again, you can just buy them by the dozen, but I try to get the 2 because I know I eat a lot of eggs. Absolutely, sudden change will shock your body. Slow but steady wins the race. Absolutely, tea smell good. Okay. Thank you, Kush Kingdom. Says show was great. Give thanks for the information. Blessed New Year from Jamaica. Thank you, Kush Kingdom. Glad you were here. Listen, Miss AKA lady, you must got that bread. She said I'm a slave to Publix. Publix is the most expensive place, even though for certain specialty items, for example, my lasagna that I'm bringing for Christmas dinner, I am going to buy it at Publix because I know it's going to be good quality. That's what she said, make up a lasagna. I was like, make.
Oh gosh.
Okay. We got to work on her. We got to work on her.
I didn't, my auntie put the menu together. I was just I'm bringing the salad and the lasagna tomorrow. So I just said, okay, I'm going to have to buy that. I'm not going to, so I will go to Publix for certain things like that. Maybe I'll buy a veggie lasagna. I don't know. We'll see what's there. But it's still a lot of carb. I know. We just talked about it. I know. But yes, Publix, they're always beautiful. The fruit is fresh and all that, but the prices be getting me, bro. She said a little Bravo. I don't really do Bravo like that. But yeah, I'm big on Aldi. If I buy, mostly salmon there. Yep. Gotta stay consistent. Yep, with the annual physicals. Here. Yes, my love. Let me see. Doug says, absolutely facts. One of my past clients before he retired was in the top 3 heart specialists in Virginia, and he didn't know much about nutrition. Wow, heart specialists who didn't know about nutrition. He knew I was a health nut and would ask me questions. Listen,
Wow.
ain't no shame. At least this is crazy that our medical system of training in the States does not emphasize nutrition. New topic. That wonder why. Anyway,
Yeah.
Miss AKA lady says that's why it's hard to find a doctor. I find doctors to be hazy. Yeah, I have to be explaining my whole history. Some people don't realize this. Like, this is the kind of quagmire we get. Like, the doctor didn't talk to the previous doctor, who didn't talk to the specialist, who didn't. Like, you have to carry your own paperwork. You have to be willing to retell your story 10 times so they can put the puzzle together. Because most times they're just, again, it's like it's systematized. It's not as personal as we need it to be. But I hear you. I find doctors to be hasty to prescribe medicine, even when the real solution is much more natural. I hear you. Sandy says, I'm in the shock too. You listen, the fasting, we gonna try it though. We gonna try it, but I just gotta be ready.
Goals.
We gotta be ready. Sandy B.
Certain questions.
Okay, if you have any questions, final questions, guys, we're wrapping up. Sandy B laughing with me, like, really, we gonna do this? But if you have any questions, here's your chance. Yeah, I can do it. Probably just not now. I, who couldn't fast now, cannot wait for the fast. Really, Marcia? It's all about the benefits. I thought I was fooling myself about my weight loss until my coworker told me how different I look. Ooh, isn't that the best feeling? When you walk in somewhere and it's like, ooh, and I'm like, oh, you saw me? I saw you too. It's the best feeling. You know, I like your body is changing. Absolutely. So yeah, we can do it. Yes, Sandy B. Sandy B and I go jump on it. At least the 36. I can't promise the 3 days, but at least at 36, I could be willing. Okay, so how do they join the fast groups? How do they get in contact with you in order to be a part of any of these fasts that you've just mentioned?
So I have a Facebook group, Nutrition Lawyer, that you can join. And I also have a website that you can sign up, thenutritionlawyer.com.
Awesome.
Sign up for a fabulous fasting team there as well. And of course, I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube.
So you just give instruction via the Facebook group, you give instruction via the Instagram or through the website. That's fantastic. Y'all go over, visit her, thenutritionlawyer.com, as well as on Facebook. I will be joining. Can anyone join your group? Is there a cost?
Yes. No cost. Not yet.
Awesome. It's free.
Free now.
Yes. Free for now. All right, y'all better jump in there while we can. Let's go. Marcia says, I'll see you on December 28th, girl. We trying. Woo,
Yes.
we trying. I'm going to join it now, Nutrition Lawyer. Suzette, I was where you are as a nutrition lawyer told me, a little at a time. Okay, 16 to 8. Oh, was her fasting time. I got it. Okay. Where I started. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, girl. I'm going to eat them charcuterie.
Though, Suzette, are you doing intermittent fasting?
No.
Okay, yeah, you need to start with that.
Yeah, that's what I said, baby steps.
Yeah, you need to start with intermittent fasting.
Yes.
That would be education.
Okay, I'm gonna join the group. I'm gonna just listen and then maybe ninja watch, and then I can just ask you some questions. No, okay. I'm not that book, but I know it's the holiday. It just happens to be the holiday, so I'm like, this is a great plan, but just not now. That's all guys. I'm willing to try something new.
You can start it in the new year, but it sounds like you're not even ready for.
No, February.
I've been down that road, lawyer. I've been down that road. I hear it all the time.
Y'all, I've enjoyed this discussion.
April, May, and then 2020.
No, man, February. We're at February. So everybody's saying they love the show. On that note, on a positive note, we're gonna look at it. I'm gonna join the group now. Gray Pill, final thoughts from you before I have to let you go. Y'all go over to his channel. It's in the chat, and make sure you subscribe.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna say this again. If you're starting out and you hear infomercials or friends and everybody throwing out all these suggestions, what they do, each is case by case basis. Go to a nutritionist. Don't take our word for it. We're not doctors. Don't have license. All we go on by is the stuff, our experiences, right? So portion control, meal prepping, baby steps. If you hear fasting, intermittent fasting, like do the homework on each little thing. Take signs of whatever you put in your body. If you know that you're eating a full plate of something and you're instantly getting sleep, because we know us at our community, the itis. So if we have, yes, if we're having those type of signs, that's the first sign
Wrong
right
food.
there. That's the wrong food you're eating. If you're having mood swings, that's the wrong type of food you're eating. If you're in just the culture fact of your group friends or group family members, if they're all eating the same food, because start working on those things, checking those things off. And when you start doing that, not only a healthier mind, healthier body, heck, even the circle of friends, you would start seeing that too, right? Because
no brunch in January. No brunch in January.
Yeah, because we have a group of people like just eat certain things, and that's a whole. I call them the no-nos. No sugars, no snacks. Heck, learn your mental side, your physical side. Because me, for myself, Miss Lawyer, I will literally, like, say for Halloween, right? Because use Suzette for example. She's saying the Christmas holidays, but guess what? The October holidays is all about the candy and sweets. So I'll have trick or treats, whatever. I literally hide sweets for myself, right? I remove everything else out my cabinets, and most people don't even want to do that. They'll say, "Oh, it's just there." But if it's at an arm's reach, if it's at an eyes reach at you, what's the first thing you do? You're gonna reach for it.
Yes.
So I literally excavate everything out my cabinet. I will literally put up the furthest reach from me, because the laziness in me be like, "Hey, you know what? I don't feel like going up to get there." So you have to trick yourself to avoid all this. And once you get in the habit of those things, you're not gonna want to do it no more.
Well, I believe it. I know it works for you. We can see that, but I'm gonna need, I'm gonna need a little bit more time. Praise God. Y'all go over and thank you for coming up and sharing your experiences with us. The Great Pill Podcast, great guy on these YouTube streets, doing his thing, co-hosting a podcast every few days, or is it a couple times a week?
It's every few days.
Yes, so check out The Gray Pill. It's all one word, podcast. And I appreciate you. Happy holidays, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy New Year.
Benefici. Excuse me. Hey, I appreciate everybody in here. Thank you.
Yes, we gotta be cross-cultural. I appreciate you. Thank you for the great advice.
Thank you, you too, National. Thank you. We got to team up because I love the food. I'm a big foodie.
You guys would be great connection. So maybe we'll do a quick intro, Instagram intro or something like that. You guys would be great. They should be awesome for your channel. Awesome. Thank you, Great Pill. See you soon. Always appreciate the support, brother. And keep that healthy lifestyle. Praise God. He got that healthy. Oh, wow. I'm so
he's right.
God is good. I know I can do it, but praise God. We're just gonna make it align with what else going on in life. But as I grow in strength, praise God, it will be better. But right now, a little weaker. So not gonna kind of pretend that it's gonna be a good time. But yes, the chat is having fun. Everybody's like, yes, not the charcuterie board, but we're gonna have to have the charcuterie board on for New Year's, boo. I'm ready for that. I was like, oh, my money is sent. Yes, Barry says stay away from the bulla cake. That's the Jamaican cake, y'all. No bulla cake for me. I already have my fix of my fried dumpling. Even if they invite me to Christmas breakfast again tomorrow, I'm like, I probably shouldn't do 2 days in a row. I know, but I'm gonna eat back the same stuff again. Enjoy all of it. Sandy's having a blast laughing. Doug says skipping breakfast is the easiest way to start the intermittent fasting. Okay, that I might be able to do. Miss AKA Lady says another good tip is avoid being bored. So again, the emotional eating, the bored eating, we can't have too much of that. Marcia, you've been a doll. Thank you for watching, sis. Says, happy holidays to you. Yes. Final words. Yes, he gave some great advice. Thank you. Great Pill Podcast says, I can't bring stuff into the house. Miss AKA Lady agrees. I am never lazy to get off. I'm never too lazy to get it off the top shelf. Yeah, that's why I brought my chips to the parties. I brought my anybody who gave me chocolate, literally I regifted it. I brought it for everybody to share because I don't want it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to be tempted because even what I love, them Ferrero Rocher, them chocolate balls with a little crunchy middle or something in the middle. I was like, why are they bringing me that? I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I have to be, polite. Thank you. But eventually it goes to an aunt. It goes to someone else. I'm passing on the fat and the calories. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I'm like, here, family gathering. My aunt on Sunday about to get a lot of the stuff that I'm like still hanging on to. I'm like, no, this is going to be for the group. So a little bit at a time, we're going to make this progress for sure, for sure. Sis, I appreciate you being here today. Any final words? I know they going to follow you, join your Facebook group, the Nutrition Lawyer, the nutritionlawyer.com, on Facebook as well, the Nutrition Lawyer, Instagram as well. Final comments from you today, love.
I would say make sure that you stay healthy and happy at the end of the day. So eat foods that make you feel good, that nourish your body, that give you nutrients, that make you feel rejuvenated and happy to live. All right? That should be your focus. And a lot of us focus on building wealth, but we're not building health. And if we don't have health, we have nothing. All right? Doesn't matter how much money you have, if you're laying in your bed sick or dying because of poor nutrition. So choose wisely. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy Christmas tomorrow and Boxing Day and New Year's Day. Enjoy yourself, but make sure that you're eating things that are nourishing you.
I'm so thankful for you.
The Fabulous Fasting Team, all right?
Is that what it's called? Because I'm looking you up on Facebook right now and I don't see the fast group. Is that what it's called?
Join us, Fabulous Fasting Team. Yes, join us.
Okay. So the Fabulous, y'all look her up on Facebook, the Fabulous Fasting Team. Also, we did a great show. Our very first show was called Reclaiming Our Health, Black Women Reclaiming Our Health. That was a fantastic show. I can actually put the link in this description so you guys can go back and watch our first. Awesome. It's our second appearance together. But that was a fantastic show. She laid the foundation and talked about how she got started. If you want to know more about her, that is a great way to get to know her, and subscribe to her channel. That's an amazing way to get to know her and what she's all about and helping people with their health. I would say wealth too. T Smell Good said, amen. Health is wealth. Great show. Sub to Nutrition Lawyer and to the Great Pill Podcast. Thank you, T Smell. Appreciate you, Nutrition Lawyer. Enjoy Jamaica. Enjoy the good food and the love you, sis. I'll be joining the Fabulous Fasting Team. Big up yourself. Enjoy your holiday. Thanks for making time, sis. Y'all, this was a wonderful show. I enjoyed it. It got me a little bit more in check as I get ready to go to the length of the next, what they say, 12 days of Christmas and the New Year. I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to say it's not going to be a slip here and there with the carbs, but we know what we can do and what we're capable of because other people have done it, right? So get motivated, get inspiration, go to Nutrition Lawyer. And I appreciate all of you. Merry Christmas, Miss AKA Lady. She says, y'all have a good one. Yes, I was on Roland Martin. Y'all saw it. Yes. Roland Martin every Wednesday from 3 to 5. I'll be on his channel up, until perpetuity. Thank you. So we just confirmed January, every Wednesday rolling forward, 3 to 5 as a guest commentator on The Culture with Faraji Muhammad. So thank you so much, Faraji. Nutrition Lawyer, big up. Hold on, Quill. Let me say a quick bye to you before you leave. Thank you so much. Everybody watching, everybody who supported. Thank you again on the Cash App. Everybody who has liked, commented, shared, all of this. Happy holidays to y'all. I hope you really enjoyed it. And yes, Miss AKA Lee will end on this sentiment. This was right on time. I was on my way to get messed up. Or they call a low vibrational play. Final thoughts. Go and subscribe to my sister in this YouTube journey. Nutrition Lawyer, fabulous as always. All right, y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next week. All right, thank you, Jamaicans.com again for co-hosting today. Have a great one, y'all. Enjoy your holidays.